I'm going to start recording now, so.
Yeah.
Special
It's a bit tripsy.
season
I don't
3,
need to
episode
see...
6 of the Talk is Cheapenings.
Oh no, I do need to see Messenger.
It's all good. Again, another Cheapenings where size AVAKIT is letting him down.
Has none.
Denied. So I've had to capture him with the special WeCam Pokemon capturing system, and then route that through to the AVAKIT, which is working.
Nice.
We are happy.
We are.
Unless you spend too much time off screen, it looks like you're going into Venti
Oh,
mode. It's all right. It's okay. I get it.
I've just got to.
Venti is an accepted mode of interface.
It's a way of being. Oh, something just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Warning. Internet's.
That always crashes. I don't even know why that's right. I can probably... I'm just going to actually... I'm just going to quit Unity, actually. I'm literally running an entire game development engine in the background.
You probably run out of memnies. Good old memny. Overdrawn at the memny bank.
Yeah, I just don't need it. It's a different... I'll leave the other shell things around it open because they...
Well, I've got my
intensity.
honorary cat girls t-shirt on tonight.
Nice. Oh, Safari's there. Yep. All right. I feel satisfied.
Happiness is achieved. We have.
Yeah, I believe so.
Confidence is high. Happiness has been achieved. We're ready to open up the doors now.
Hard bay doors, how?
Sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, there's the delay. So I'm about...
Got the delay. Good. Check. Mic check. This is Real Talk Live.
Real Talk is...
It's online therapy. It's down under therapy. It's adult. It's unfit for children. It's Real Talk is cheap. I am your host, Ryan T. Sinchu. Boldly going where no other avatar has gone before. Chewing the max amount of CPU power just so that we get this show on the road, I'm telling you.
And I am various forms of circle depending on, what suits.
Things we do
at the given
for
time.
love. I know. Things we do for
the
love.
The ways of being.
Oh,
there's one of the ways of being.
Yep. Animated.
Oh, I am. So,
see, we can get around these things. When a program stops working on one OS, we just, move to the next. We are net runners at heart. Techies, net runners.
Remember how long it took us to figure out how to, it was interesting that our fallback was, that's not working, we'll just do that.
3D designers.
And I mean, originally you were actually running both characters on your one computer. Now it's advanced. We've got separate bodies.
That's it.
We haven't had to go into the society gestalt sort of, into those small child or something just to,
Haven't we gotten through that already? Huh?
That's right.
Are we not adults? Oh, it was nice cooking up the bacon and eggs tonight. Oh.
So that is a nice thing to cook up,
Mm,
eh?
mm. On such an auspicious day like today, you know, National Repatriation Day. It's
I don't
incredible.
know. Everything was just wonked out today. It was interesting. I was at a client's place, and the person who lives with the client was saying
You know,
that
the day after Australia Day,
they
National
had gone
Repatriation Day. Yeah,
the
that's
hottest
it.
100.
Hottest 100.
That's what Australia is about, the hottest
Mm-mm.
100.
Triple J.
But yeah, so they went down to the something down at Bondi, and they had the
Mm.
Waverley person down there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well it was all pretty good," and then it just got weird, and it was interesting.
All this mayonnaise
So
started
they said they
coming
were
out.
leading the way. They had this whole
The
like
banana
indigenous sort of
cannons
recognition
arrived.
thing, like
Yeah.
this is the place where we killed absolutely all of them except I think there's one left. We just got the token, dude. Like it's
Oh
like
God.
slayed the billions.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Thanks for coming.
uh,
Mm.
yeah. But then
Well, I guess you
this was
didn't win.
interesting.
Didn't
The person
didn't
was
win the
offended.
150 million, did you?
No,
Oh, you
I don't
probably
know anything about
didn't enter
150
in it.
millions, but
Didn't put a
uh,
ticket in.
uh,
I put a ticket in. I'm not a
we're gonna.
$150 million millionaire, and I didn't win. My numbers did
Hmm,
not come up. Not mega disappointed. Just
what do you reckon?
got to be in it to win it. They say.
10 years, 150 mil.
Seems like a small price to
That's
pay.
cool.
Hmm.
Can- this person was offended, you
Hmm.
know, at the ceremony of the dawn ceremony. They said they liked half of it or something, but then they
What?
said that the person, the mayor or whatever, said, "Oh, I've got to go and invite,
I got a bubble party
enroll
happen
whatever it
back in
is."
at the flat. He's got a bubble party
No,
going
no,
on.
I got to enroll like the 40 or something new Australians,
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Australians are
Swearing's in.
indoctrinated, sworn in, because
Swearing's in. Yeah, that's it.
you got to go, "You fucking cunt,"
Fuck you,
really well.
cunt.
And that's how you swear into being
Mm-mm.
Australian.
That's it.
Fucking cunt. And
Got to
you got to
learn
get
all the
really
good
get that
words, mate.
ka sound
That's it. And
perfect.
then you got to teach us.
Meh.
You got to teach
Mm.
us your natural swear words from your country. That's part of the equal exchange.
Oh, is that part of the?
We
Is that part
teach
of
you
the?
our swear words and swear you in, and you teach us
Yeah,
some of your swear words,
that's
so
the
that
swearing ceremony.
when your own kind come here and start using their language, you can just start dropping some localized f bombs, as they say.
Mm. Ah, that's really interesting. I just
Hmm.
realized that
It's
it's
cultural exchange.
yes,
Hmm. Not appropriation. We're just exchanging
changing.
our cursories for your cursories, and our swearings for your swearings. Amalgamation. Welcome down under. Here's your gravity boots, so you don't go flying off the earth.
Gravity boots.
Gravity boots.
Oh, it's amazing to have like
Hmm.
see really springy, like where people who've got like good spring in the muscle.
Yep. Yep.
So
In
like
their step and their
that's and you can
calves are
get some
just
leapy,
raging.
you can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
leapy
Doink,
businesses
doink,
going on
doink,
if you
doink,
want to.
doink,
It's quite.
doink, doink. Bunny people. Oh,
Yeah, I like to
sorry,
run
listeners. I'm on
with.
my second cider already.
Oh yeah,
Sponsorship's good.
I should I bought myself. I couldn't. No, I didn't. Anyway, it's all good. I have what
Hmm.
I have.
Hmm.
So I
That's
have
all
a
we
I
have.
bought a rosé.
Yeah. Nice drop
I
of
thought a
red.
rosé would be
Bottle of
nice.
red. Bottle of white.
Yeah,
How
well, the
about a
rosé I can put
nice
ice with
little
it. That's the issue. Like it's
rosé
appropriate to chill a
instead?
rosé.
Good brother. Meet you at our favorite Italian restaurant.
Ah, that was not the rosé, if anyone was pondering. That was actually Coca-Cola. 0 sugar,
Mm,
0 caffeine.
mm.
All the taste.
And none of the waste. None of the
Mm.
additions to the waste.
It's great. It's super, like, unless we
Oh,
demonstrate that,
finally,
like,
finally, get
ca-
some sense going on.
carbonation is. Mm.
Mm. We love our carbonated beverages, but not at the expense of the waste.
Mm. What am I going to put this rosé in? I don't want to leave. I don't want to have to leave the stream, like, and go downstairs already. Like, we've
So
only just started chatting.
blessed AI, just coming out with
Rabbit AI.
the Bing fucking
The bi-
Pepsi challenge and the pictures at the moment, Si. Like I don't know about you, but like I wish I'd sent you the whole collection of the Ninja Turtle pizza fights, especially the Ninja
They
Turtle.
looked a bit repetitive.
It sort of was. I mean, you got to. Did I send you the one with the guy in the wheelchair getting hit? I think I did, didn't I?
The wheelchair.
Yeah, the guy sitting in the
Yeah,
wheelchair
yeah,
getting
yeah. He's got a
splattered in the
pizza on
face
his
with a
lap. He's getting
pizza.
his.
That's it. And he's just throwing it fully into his face. Hello. Of course, always in the middle of the stream. Hmm?
Mm.
Yeah, out the window. Meet you on the other
You're not
side.
a. You're not a. You're not a hairy seal unless you do that.
Or.
It's an
That's it. Where's my
essential.
fucking fish? Come on. Load me up.
Where's my fish?
Where's me
Where's my fish?
fish?
Where's my fish? Oh, did I send you this? Did I
Why?
send you this? Yeah, I did. Did I
You
send you the
always
video
send
on
me
Instagram?
stuff. That's it.
Like on no, it was just I think it was the last thing I sent you on Insta, and it
Mm,
was actually a YouTube link, and
yep.
it's this Aussie having a breakfast.
Oh, mate. Aren't we always having a breakfast?
Yeah, he's having a long neck
Oh,
VB, saying,
ooh, he's gone for
"Oh yeah, you
the
should, the
golden
video is
the golden start, as they call it.
the video is supreme. Like, it is like
BB and a cigarette.
he's like
Premium start.
yeah, he's true Australian. That should be like you should be able to, like, that that's an ambassador. That's what
That
that
is,
is.
bud. I mean,
It's
when
a,
we talk about Australian of the Year, there's only a few that sort of make that true measure, isn't there? You know, true Australian of the Year.
yeah. I mean, there was when I went and bought the wine,
Mm.
right, on their media device, whatever it was, I'm not sure, some sort of thing. It might have just been a TV. But
Yeah.
anyway, the thing that was doing that, it said, you know, I don't think it's common on Australia Day to wear a balaclava. I
Well,
thought
no,
that's not.
no.
But that's not a line you often hear. I turned around to the guys
Well,
like,
it depends on what you're
did he
after,
just
and what area
did he
you're
just
in.
say that? It's,
Sometimes a balaclava's
it's
going to
not
get you
common. You
everything
don't
you
often.
want, in it?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you
You know,
do
if you're
see it.
freezing your nuts off and you got icicles hanging off your nose, and the balaclava comes in handy.
Well, it would, yes.
Mm,
Which which are pretty difficult in Australia.
mm, mm. Unless you're up in the mountains somewhere,
Oh,
might get a bit chilly.
summer,
Up in
like
Canberra,
now, like maybe in
up in
maybe
Canberra.
in maybe, yeah. There's maybe a few places. It'd be coolish. Coolish.
Your character actually did the itching then, like while you were itching, he was itching. It's like,
Did it? It was
yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
give it
like
a
fully go.
scratch. As it give it a scratch,
Just
mate.
get that.
I said,
Smooth
yeah, it's
move
quite
them
a lot
around a
fun
little
actually
bit.
riding
That's
next to
it.
this.
Just move them this way and that. You know, it's all part of it. Sometimes they, as you get older, they get longer. Things tend to
They
sort
say
of
that. I haven't
sag.
really noticed that.
Things are sagging. I'm still pretty good unless it's really warm for me, and then it's just teabag city. But yeah, most times they've set up pretty high. Keep in tight.
Yeah, no, I think
They
this
want to be
idea I haven't
protected.
seen it.
They want to be protected.
Do they?
Yeah. Yep. One mention of scissors and they sort of shrink right back. Almost disappear. Go inside. It's hide out.
Wow, really?
Ovary mode.
They're going to ovary mode. Yeah, right.
Yeah. You know,
So,
got to suck it back in every now and again, haven't you?
yeah, well, that's the got to do the one in the same, one in the same.
I mean, you know, some offenders coming in with the boot. You don't want the jewel's broken, so you just pull them up.
I see. Little
That's
get
it.
the hitch them up.
Fix them up. Hide them away, and then when the fight's over and the booting to the crotches cease,
Yes.
then you just you pop them back out again. Bam.
Defensive measures.
Yeah,
Skills. That's
mate.
actually some
It's
mad
like
skills.
mad skills right here
That's
on the
that's,
internet.
I mean, maybe it was. Hopefully, it didn't come
Now, I've got to
because
tell you one
someone
thing about
repeatedly
Australia
trying
Day
to kick
is
you in the
there
groin.
will be furpies. You know what I mean? Like we will exaggerate and take these general chat memes and methods to a new level. So please be prepared for furpying.
How do you? I'm cutting that out. You can't be wanting people.
No, we got to have a bit of a burpee every now and it's an Aussie tradition.
I mean,
If you can't tell a porcupine, then what are you?
everything I say is real. It's just like I don't know. You can't. What is there? So,
Going
what is lying?
somewhere. It's going somewhere. Yeah.
Is lying?
Hmm.
Does it mean?
Well,
What does it mean?
is it a lie if it contains like 99% truth? Where does it cut off? Is it 50% true?
Well, I mean, a
60,
lie. No,
70%?
no,
Is
but
it just like a lie?
fundamentally,
Or is
this.
it just
No, beneath
not
it
telling the
doesn't matter.
truth at all is a lie?
It could be 1%
Mm,
truth.
mm.
Whatever
Because if you ever
percentage of
gonna
it
if you ever
is.
gonna get your heart weighed, against a feather, you definitely want to swap the feather with something you've coated with lead, before you go in there, right?
Um,
Something about an emu feather covered in lead. Weigh the heart. The
do,
feather's definitely heavier. That lead one.
I,
That heart's light as hell, man. Regardless of what it's done.
I mean,
Is that rigging the game? Like if you demand exchange for lead feather against my heavy heart. Would it break the scales? Like if would the lead feather be equally heavy as the wicked heart?
mm,
Mm.
would the
Interesting
lead?
thought. Yeah,
I
like the balance of. It was just something I heard today. It was quite a funny analogy.
what? That is a funny analogy, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
yeah.
I wonder. I don't
If you
know.
had to
I'm just
get
trying to
out of
think.
here and you had to go through one of the processes of judgment, if it was hand your heart over to see if your heart was lighter than a feather, would you say no, here, just switch it with this lead feather that I prepared earlier?
Well, I think the body would be dead. So, like, if somebody's actually
It
managed to
was stacked
extract,
against my in not
if somebody's
against me
extracted my
and not in my
heart
favor. So
from my chest,
I deserve the lead
this body.
feather treatment.
Oh, there are sort of okay. It's like
Mm,
maybe it's like a weight, weight classes. Like a
yeah,
boxing.
well, could be.
It's like, oh, you want to weigh? Oh, you're
That's it.
doing a
Feather.
heart
Oh,
weighing.
are
You're
you
doing a heart
featherweight?
weighing.
No, I'm lead weight, mate. Okay,
Lead
all
weight.
right. Lead featherweight. I don't know. It's just a thing. It happens every now and again. Get that thought in your mind. Where you're heading after here, and do you remember where you were before here? Where you came from before you got here in the prime material plane? Like, did you exist before?
Yes.
Very easy,
Well, no, but yeah.
That's part of is
Now,
or was.
correct.
Mm.
Is Yeah. So the thing is, like, I mean, Well, but even within ears, right? That
Mm.
you can also. Oh, hang on, I've got people.
Ah, here we go. Yeah.
This,
What is it tonight?
uh,
You know.
you can.
I can. Can.
Uh,
See, I can see Psy. It's like deeply engrossed in
so
the.
yeah, where I, I
Busy,
the
busy.
youngling is like one of the
Receiving
younglings
the
is
laptop of
entering the
joy.
next phase of education, whatever that is. Yeah, actually, yeah, he's gonna learn some
Laptop of
things.
joy and
And so we went out and
programming
did a
future.
laptop selection process,
Mm.
and the Bubu, the elder cat,
Yeah,
um, has fronted the money
very
for the
nice.
laptop.
Very
So it's
nice.
down the
Yeah,
chain of, yeah, which is good.
that's it. Grandson supported. Special
Yeah,
helping
helping.
son.
Yeah. So we were configuring that today, and
Mm.
now I've activated the first sort of feeble attempts at the beginning attempts, not feeble, the
Mm.
beginning attempts
Mm.
at what will be the screen time configuration going forward.
Ultimately, yeah.
And this is like just get your picture on this, okay?
Mm.
So this is the idea. So I think we were wrong in the first instance, and I realized, and I'm saying with the mother, you know, that with mother
Mm.
youngling
Mm.
with mother sounds
Mm.
interesting because he's sort of saying young then whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And we're
With
trying
mother.
not to dox out.
No, but it's also just
We're
like the
using our
language. Like I feel very
colloquials.
comfortable saying youngling,
Mm.
right?
Well, there's no adolescent.
But then,
Adolescent.
but they're not. But whatever. But then,
No,
but saying mother, it's sort of like,
no
well,
longer
you don't know.
youngling.
What are you saying, man?
Adolescent.
I think you're calling me your
Ready
mother.
for
Or... So
rites of
mother,
passage.
mother dearest.
ready to claim thy right of hunt and have the blood smeared upon thee and say the prayers of the fallen.
Aye.
Mm. Go through the
So we're
rites, the special rites.
yeah. So we're just like so just doing the first configurings of that, and it's a
Mm.
bit it's it's got some issues a little bit. It's okay. We'll figure that out
Hey,
the thing. But yeah, it's just good laptop.
yep. Fairly happy
I
with
mean,
brand and quality of brand.
yeah, I mean,
Yourself and adolescent.
yes, adolescent was satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Was that was the chosen?
Yep, yep, good.
If
I
it's
mean,
gonna make
children
this,
always stay
hang
young
on.
in the. Oh,
He needs to understand something.
oh, here we go.
So I guess I piss it. Every change I make, you have to get the pin to do so. Somehow Discord downloaded it, even though the laptop said it couldn't. You're not sure. I'm also curious in the work if in school I need to change something and there's no remote. I don't know. It's weird. Hey. So everything like because he's a standard user,
Mm-hmm.
it's now like requiring a pin for like just masses of things.
Yeah. Maybe you've
This,
got the. Maybe you've got the. Because with the standard user, you can scale up and down their abilities.
okay,
Just
I've got to go and adjust standard
you
user.
got to adjust their scale of what they can do without having to be like
Oh yeah.
allowed to do it.
Let me just say that.
Mm.
The M says that I just need to adjust
Parental
what
settings.
the standard user can do to minimize the pop-ups for pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't go into the user today.
No, well
I didn't
the
realize
thing. No,
standard
it
user was
is.
so restricted.
When you create the
It's like
standard,
it's a guest almost.
it is just so close to guest, and you've got to tweak the sliders to actually get it.
Mm.
to that position where you're allowed to do things to a certain level, but as soon as it comes to adding and removing programs and things like that, and scheduling for time and allowed hours, then yeah, you can install whatever.
Adjustments.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
No,
think to
I
be
can do that.
smart, it needs to be um like yeah, with
All
those,
it
like
needs to be doing
it
is
really
telling me.
needs an administrator system, a small
Mm.
server which does backups of the profiles but not the programs,
Well, I would have thought
and then
it's sort of.
a way of being able to add and remove programs from systems and monitor without
Mm.
actually having to go to the same computer, like having an RDC encrypted link between the administrator and all the
Well, I suppose I could log
nodes.
into his
Yeah,
laptop.
yeah. And you can RDC
I could
into things
I
like
could
that.
RDP to it, couldn't I,
Yeah,
and then
that's
do
right.
it. And,
Mm. I've done it a few times just to tunneling because I didn't have a screen, but I knew I can get it that way.
what about that? What
Mm.
if I ran AVAKIT on his laptop, and then what I did was I used Windows. No, what's it called? It's yeah, Windows 365.
Mm.
The instance I've got of the sub I've got of that, and I use his as the instance, and
Yeah.
then I wonder what the
Well,
delay
don't
would be on
stress.
me
No,
then.
no, don't stress
By
because
the
like
way,
coming up, um, a friend has got some mini PCs
oh yeah,
that yeah, and that would be enough. Like one of the little NUCs with the
yeah, oh yeah,
fairly, like a modern one, like a sixth or a seventh gen, but that should be enough in
yeah.
graphics power to run AVAKit under
I'd say so.
Steam on Windows. So
Yeah, it's not like smashing out
yeah,
billions of polygons.
well, exactly like with the uh, all-in-one PC. Like that's more than sufficient to run the AVAKit and uh, the other one I use, the Anime's AI one. It's more than enough.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's a nice little experience. He's pretty excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Stoked. 450 RTX, good size
Mm.
screen, thanks to father intuition.
Oh yeah.
Get away
I
from,
mean,
yeah. I mean, there's
just
enough
simple.
power to do the, you know, 2400.
It's weird, eh? Like, I mean, yeah. I'd if the build quality was a bit better,
Mm,
like it wasn't so bendy.
yeah,
I mean, it's not
well,
too
that's
bendy. I'm not
that's
saying it's.
today. They are pretty flex. They
It's
got to
got a bit of
be.
flex to it, which
They
I'd
got to
like
be,
a
man.
little bit more sturdy. And then,
Kids are
but
dropping
then,
them all the time, so they're.
yeah, I suppose it's true. And
Mm,
then, but yeah, with the 1440p monitor,
yep.
um, and probably the 4060 option, um, and I'd probably up. Oh, it actually looked like you could up the RAM. That was it. Hmm.
Mm. No, I
So
think it's on board on those. The way they've done a lot of those really sleek models is they actually will solder directly on board.
oh
Especially
yeah, but usually like with
like
Apple
my
when they were doing that shit.
like my tablet PC,
Hmm.
the HP or the ASUS tablet PC, it's all soldered straight to the board. You can't modify it.
Hmm.
The only thing you can change is the
That's a real thing for me. I used
yeah.
to find that really amusing,
Mm,
like where people would have like they'd be like with Windows, and then they'd be like, oh yeah, no,
16
but
gigs fine for
I go
drawing,
with
and that's
Windows
all I do.
because you know, you don't have to like replace the whole unit. You can just upgrade the bits you want when you want
Mm-mm.
to.
Mm.
It's like much more like friendly that way. And you're
Yeah.
like, and you're looking at them using a laptop. And you're like, which bit?
Yeah, which bit are you upgrading on the laptop? I mean, other than hard drive and freaking memory. Yeah, true.
And barely memory, as you said.
Yeah, yeah. These, the really thin ones, you can change
Mm.
the little PCI Express
SSD. That's
SSD
it.
board things, but you can't change all the
Hmm.
memories just straight on board.
You're gonna put a better monitor on it? Really? Really? Is that what you're gonna do? And
It's
people
actually
even
pretty
on
high
desktop.
res, the
Oh,
little
actually, I was gonna ask you about this.
the tablet one that I bought.
Was
It's high res.
was the
Mm,
like back when I was building Windows PCs,
yeah,
you know, that era.
the era of size
Well,
PC-edness.
when you were you know you sort of could maybe upgrade a graphics card in it
Yeah,
if you know,
yeah.
however only up to a
Put in
point
put in
because
extra
then
put in extra USB ports, printer
yeah
ports, all that sort of
things
jazz.
which we
But
certainly
most of that's
did.
just gone because it's USB-C up the wazoo
Mm.
now.
And then but then anytime you wanted to put a new if you were going to upgrade your
Mm,
processor it would lead to an entirely new motherboard because the socket would change.
correct. Yeah.
And then
Each up to unless you had ones where it was scalable, so you could buy the that particular motherboard, and then it was good for you know 2 or 3 CPU changeovers until they changed
yeah
the pin set.
but that was up to the CPU
Yeah,
manufacturer really like
yeah,
when that was
and
happening. But
obviously increase in internal memory, increase in CPU
well, because of the
systems.
era
They've
we
got
were
to have
in,
more pins. Yeah.
but in the era we were in,
Mm,
that shit was being like quite changed rapidly.
dramatically.
It was the
Yeah.
period of rapid change. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like every new RAM stick was like, you know, 200 mega, like,
Mm,
like it was, we were rocking along.
yeah.
But I just even remember that the motherboards, like, because we went from the AT or the XT to AT to the ATX, and then was something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was what different. And what
Mm.
happened after ATX? Like, what's happened to motherboards? Have they settled as ATX and just kind of that's what it is, or do they keep changing still?
Well, all that's really happened with the motherboard since then is the change to the different types of connectors, like the upgrades from the standard serials to USB and the USB-C eventual
Yeah.
takeover. But other than that, like
Is it still an ATX,
integrating, yeah, well, not that,
or is
well,
it
they're,
like
they're
a
different chipsets. Like they got more and more. Like a lot of them are dual BIOS
no? But
and
what I mean by the ATX is like the board's shape for fitting into a case. You know what I mean? Like that.
oh, the
Do
well, they do micro boards.
so they did micro ATX,
Mm, mm.
but it did it. So it just stayed at ATX. It just held.
Yeah, pretty much. Just upgraded the video slot capacity. So normally there's
Yeah, that's just. But
two
it's not the dimensions of the
yeah
motherboard. So the motherboard
PCI
dimensions kind of are
Express ports where
stabilized.
you can whack a video card into, and then
Yeah.
a couple of high speed PCI um micro ports and whatever ports.
Hmm.
But yeah, it depends on what you're after, I guess. Most people it's just they want USB-C, a fairly updated motherboard to take the several of them, and then I don't know many people that run more than just one CPU anyway, like GPU, sorry.
Oh, sure.
Hmm. You'll get people who do design and 3D graphics maybe running two,
Mm.
dual format, but most people just run a single video card, so you only need
Yeah,
one PCI Express 16 or better.
interesting.
Hmm. But I'm running an old like server motherboard
That's right.
just
You've got a
because I had
server
the
motherboard, haven't you? But they're a
facility for the
larger form
30.
factor, eh?
Yeah, yeah, it's a big PC, so part of the Tower of
Server
Terror
motherboards.
Tower of Terror, M's creation.
And how many is it a multi does it take more than one has it got more than one socket, or is it like a dual
No,
board?
it's multiple internal. So I've got the space for 2 video cards, and
Oh no,
but
but have
I
you got
got that motherboard because my other one I couldn't fit the way that the video card sat in. It took up 2 or 3 slots, and I couldn't get access to the slot I needed to plug in the Intel, for the VR headset, the wireless
yeah.
VR. I didn't have enough space to plug in that card. So, special friend gave gift of old Xeon.
Yeah.
Xeon,
Yeah, the Xeons.
they've just been solid. Like, this chat we've been doing.
Well, the Xeon's great.
Yeah, it just sits there and just takes it.
Yeah, that went with the Xeons went with that package. Did they stay with that vertical packaged sort of approach, like where they're
Yeah,
actually like a
yeah.
module you plug in, like they're their own?
Oh no
Or
no no
do
no!
they,
They're still
or,
in the
or do they go
chip.
flat
They
again?
went flat. Yeah, yeah. Like it's a couple of generations old. That's why it wasn't compatible with Windows 11.
Oh, really? You didn't have enough like snooping features?
Well, other than yeah, not enough snooping. Yeah, pretty much. It was just at the very borderline of what the
Was acceptable for like
snooping
being able to
value was.
monitor you.
Yeah. Snooping
Yeah,
value was
like
allowable.
your measurability was not quite viable. Yeah, if we could only measure a little bit more about you,
That's
we'd
it.
let you in.
We mean you no harm. We mean you no harm. We come in peace.
No, think about that actually. We mean you no harm.
Mean you no harm. That's it.
You no harm.
You no harm. You no harm.
We mean you no harm.
I come to dinner. Me
We're
not to be served. Me not for
we will
consumption.
do the harming. That's
it.
okay.
Me not for consumption.
Oh,
Bad meat. Bad meat. Irradiated. Bad meat. Too much tuna fish. Does it every time. Transatlantic radioactive tuna fish.
get that tuna fish going.
Oh, it's better when it's glowing. Like when it's green and it's glowing, that bit. There's a special box for the special container that goes into, that green glowing bit. It's where they've sucked up enough of that uraniumly goodness, processed by fish. But it's nice to have you nice and clear, Si, instead of fuzzy ball. Fuzzy man. You'll have to send me your VROID character so that I can give you some clothing and send it back. But we'll dress you up while you're on my give you some distasteful t-shirts to wear. M's collection of me morality. You ladies and gentlemen, you can't see what Si's up to. And I can, but you can't. You just see the character, and that's the beauty.
Does it do it?
Is it gonna do it? It's sort of doing it, but
it's not
fists aren't
quite
together. The fists aren't together.
No, it's not.
It's not quite.
It looks like you'd have to sort of what?
It's not quite. OnlyFans Adult Swim.
Maybe it's maybe it's like it's
Just
saying like,
one.
no, that wouldn't make any sense. Just that.
Yeah. Not even a microphone.
It's got a sort of a.
Not even the
It's not
microphone.
bad.
It's not letting you pick up the microphone, Si. I tell you what,
I know. I'm trying to pick that microphone
trying to
up.
find a pick the microphone, it just keeps slipping.
Just trying to get that.
Cornucopia. Cornucopia's not letting you. Did you hear that corn could be banned?
Really?
You know, the online corn that you look at, there might be like full verification, adult verification, and government IDs required to participate in your
You
addiction.
got to be put on the porn register.
Yeah, yeah. To help you with your addiction, you know, they'll only allow a certain amount of online adult content a day. You know, your
Well, how long is
friends.
acceptable? What is
Well,
the
this is
suggested
what we're trying to
acceptable
figure
amount?
out. You know, is you know those rookie numbers of only 8 or 9 hours a day on the corn
8
channels.
or 9?
Yeah,
Is that what?
like
Is that a full Kuma?
that would be cumin, wouldn't it? You'd be just cumin
Yeah, I mean,
hard.
it's beyond
That's
goon.
it.
That's
Yeah,
surely
yeah.
that's beyond gooning.
That's
That's like,
beyond banana sock cream pies. You know what I mean?
like, I try and keep it to 1 hour.
Yeah, well, collectively over the day, yeah, probably about an hour, you know.
Collectively over the. Okay, okay. So,
Break it up into little
what
5-minute
what do you
segments.
what do
You know
you?
what I mean?
So are
Just
you
little
saying?
little
Hang on, I gotta
5-minute
get back on the
segments of
screen here. Yeah.
something corny, and
So
then
what you just have a little,
no,
just like when you pull up at the lights, like you
no,
just flip open your
no.
fucking porn, and
Just having a look.
just
Just having a
have a
look.
little bit of a go, a little
Yeah, yeah, bit of a
bit of a rub,
tweak.
just to
Just
keep
a
yourself
mid-course
keen.
adjustment. Keeps the day
Is
going.
that
Pad it out. Pad it out.
12 times a day? I love it. It's like, jeez. No wonder. No wonder. I
What? No
don't even.
wonder
I
what?
can't
Come
say.
on.
I can't say.
Can't say it,
I
all
can't
right.
say
You
what I
can't
wonder
say.
because I went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say it,
It's like,
and then I realized I'd
what?
dox you by saying it, so I
Say
couldn't fucking say it.
what?
Anyway, so you
I'm
just
just
have
as
to.
bad as
You're
space
off the hook.
unicorns, bro. I'm telling you.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get
I love it.
the space unicorns involved.
I have never masturbated 12 times in a day.
Haven't you?
That is extreme.
It's about the chafing, and you got to get past the chafing. That's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That is.
Past the chafing. I mean, not these days. Goodness me. Goodness me. No, it's only
Like,
probably
what do you?
once every few days. Don't want to put that heart under too much duress. At my age, too old now.
What are you talking
Look at my
about?
grey hair, man. Look at my grey hair. Even my
Oh,
avatar's
yeah.
going grey. I don't want any falsities here. Just because my
But exercise is
avatar's a little
important,
bit
man. If you
more
want to
olive than
stay
I am. It's
nimble,
not my
if
problem.
you want to
I
stay
am
nimble,
olive
you've got to
skinned.
exercise it. So, you need that heart, like, chafing at the bit. You need to chafe your heart muscle. That's the muscle that needs chafing.
Oh, be still. Be
Okay.
still. Chafed heart muscle. Just check it. I'm not sure if it's any good. It might be a 6. I don't know. Enjoy. I had curdled milk the other day in my coffee. It was awesome. It was like
Oh, that's a
it was a meal
special
in a cup, mate.
treatment, isn't it?
It was
Oh,
coffee,
fuck. Did you
and it was
what?
like some real lumps going on. I was like, oh fuck yeah, man! I'm getting coffee and custard. That's what I'm getting today.
I know.
Sour yogurt coffee.
A yogurt.
Mm.
I don't know. That seems
But it was good. It was good. Like, don't know what'd you say? No regrets. Helped out.
no backsies, no regrets.
No backsies, no
You just
regrets. No, there's
How
no
much of it did you drink?
the whole coffee. It's good. I mean,
Are
if
you
you're gonna
fucking
get a
for real?
starter, yeah, just go. Just
You drank a curdled.
milk
How much?
coffee.
I don't know how much.
It
I
was
suppose
good.
like
It was good because it was
how
hot
much
water.
curdled,
It was
how
going
much
into hot
milk do you
water,
put in a
so the
coffee? It's not much, really, is it? I mean, it's only like
you know, if
what,
it had to be teaspoons,
30
it'd be
mils?
like
How much coffee?
yeah,
How much
yeah,
milk is in a coffee?
be about 6 teaspoons or something like that.
Yeah,
Hmm, 30 mils, 40
Oop,
mils.
30 mils wouldn't be yeah,
Yeah,
wouldn't be 100
it's
mils.
to colour it, mate. It's not to bloody make a bloody
And so you
frappuccino or
just went
something.
with it. And was it what did it add?
It
Tell
did
me
like
the
this little
additions.
swirls. It made patterns. It was pretty cool. Like as it was
Oh, it was like
unfolding.
you actually had a barista.
Yeah, I was doing my own like bacterial barista.
Bacterial barista. I like it. Oh, fucking, yep, yep. And did you dust it with chocolate or anything like that? Did you like finish it? Make it like a completed.
No, it had no sugar. So good.
You don't
Just
do sugar in your coffee?
three sugars
You have 3 sugars.
most times. I mean, you can't have a NATO coffee without 3 sugars. There's 3 sugars, 2 coffees. 3 sugars, 2 coffees, hot water, a dash of milk. NATO special.
D- I fucking have 3 sugars. Did,
I
yeah,
mean, the true believers
what?
they go 4 sugars, 4 sugars, 2 coffee,
What? Oh,
and then
I
hot
don't.
water and
No,
yeah, no,
what?
it's a heart
What?
starter. If you're gonna do a
What?
shift,
f-
you're gonna be in
What?
there for
What
12
coffee do you
hours.
have 4 sugars with?
Good coffee.
Like international roast?
Nah, come on. Good coffee.
Like what? Makona.
McConings. Yeah. Do the McCona.
Makona or Nescafe? Like
Nah,
just a
not
granulated
Nesca. Nah,
Nescafe?
it's got to be McCona, and at least a level 8, like level 8
A
or
level
better
8 Makona.
and
So
higher.
dark
That's it.
blend, dark
Dark blend,
roast,
mate. You don't
dark
mess with it. You
roast.
don't mess with it.
Okay.
You just
So
brew it
double
up,
dark roast,
put your
heat,
incantations into it, and then add milk.
and then you're saying like, so yeah, because the two, not level, but heap
Hmm.
teaspoons of coffee
Of course.
is just so bitter at level 8 Makona that
Mm.
it
Oh,
needs
it requires the
needs
additional sugars and
3 sugars.
yeah. And the splash of milk. I mean, if you're
Like,
gonna go full Irish, then you add a bit of Scotch or bourbon on top of
oh,
it, just to put the edge on it.
yeah, I totally now.
Mm.
We're not in winter at the
No,
moment.
it
However,
is a winter drink. It is a winter drink. The Irish coffees.
but try this.
Mm.
Try chamomile tea
And vodka.
with gin.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Gin.
yeah, no, chamomile tea with
No.
gin.
I
Yeah,
think gin
not with
would be the better option. I was getting a
yeah.
bit ahead of myself.
Botanicals with the grassy flavor
Almost
of
went
the.
with tequila, but then I thought, I don't know. What are we doing here?
Oh well, now tequila is
Royal
interesting.
tea bombs.
You can do a few different ones of tequila.
Yep.
Like it, like even trippy shit can be
Mm.
interesting. But
Oh,
I think
whoever invented that potato drink, thank you. Thank you.
what's the other one? Like peppermint tea
Mm.
went and vodka.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that was right.
Get it.
Peppermint tea and vodka.
That would work.
And then you got like, of course, whiskey and coffee,
Mm-hmm.
classic,
Mm.
you
Mm.
know.
Way back.
But also Earl Grey, smoky complexion.
Mm.
Like basically alcoholic teas.
Mm. 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 Mm.
That'd be a nice thing to
But the
purvey.
infusion. That's it.
Alcoholic teas.
Not tea infusion, alcohol infusion.
Alcohol
Teas.
infused tea.
Alcohol infused tea.
Warm.
Mm.
Could you have it as a cool drink?
Would you get the same flavour? Because the heat is what pulls the flavour out, isn't it?
Yeah, look.
Oh, it would have to soak longer. It would
There's
have to
2
be
ways to do
pressed.
it.
It'd have to be
One
pressed.
is
It'd be pressed, cold pressed or something, wouldn't it?
One is that you serve the tea
Mm,
in a pot,
yep.
and you serve the alcohol separate, and then you add the alcohol as desired. So it's like an ingredient,
Mm.
so you tip it in, and so it doesn't burn off. Yeah. Another is to just make it a little bit light, not as boiling, and so forth, and just
Mm,
reduce
mm.
that hot tea temperature. You don't want to scald tea anyway. Or we're fucking
Oh,
white
who hasn't had the top of their mouth, the roof
monkeys.
of
Are we
their
white
mouth,
monkeys?
the
Or are
top of
we
the
like,
roof of their
tea
mouth
drinkers?
burnt
What are we
out
doing
because
here?
they've gone in a bit too
Well, that
quickly on the
also
hot tea.
you've just
Mm.
raped the fucking tea. You just
Mm.
destroyed it, killed it,
Needs time to
like
settle, mate.
murdered it,
Needs time to settle.
murdered the
You know?
tea, the
Just let
boiling
it
water.
settle.
You don't ever put boiling water on tea.
Mm.
It's catastrophic. Poor thing.
Mm.
Live their entire lives. I went
Just,
a vegan today. I
ruined.
decided to, there was this person. There was like you know that
You went to
link you
vegan
sent me.
today. What, you almost bit his arm off?
No, you know that link you
Did you go
sent me
moo?
with the kebab.
Mm. Oh, human kebabs.
No, the kebab. Like it was just filling. It was the person getting kebab meat and chucking it
Oh,
in the bread roll.
yes, yes. Oh, that was
I
brilliant,
just
wasn't
read the
it?
comments on that, just a quick, and of
Squeezed
course,
down
like
through the,
5 comments down or 6
yeah,
comments down, there was a vegan just
just
nutting out,
going
like
off.
hardcore,
Yeah.
just full preach, like I almost said this shit, like there's a copy paste, it was copy paste, you know what I'm saying? And so I just was like, I decided, oh, that was
Mm.
interesting. And I just decided, no, I'm just gonna wet them, murderer,
Mm.
goddamn murderers. And just destroying families of plants,
Yeah,
like just and
that's
cutting
it.
teenagers. They don't even get to have
Mm.
children. You just
Mm-hmm.
kill them.
Mm-hmm.
You could just take
Harvesting their
one
young,
leaf, but
before they even get
yeah,
life,
you could
before
take
they
one
can
leaf,
give
but
life
no, you just
again,
got to
you know?
destroy them. Like
For your own selfish
yeah, so
needs of fucking self-sacrifice and survival.
yeah, and these poor things have been like poisoned, and they like have been mutated and forced. You know what I mean? Like you look at people like,
Full of
look at the
GMOs,
poor
they've got
cow. Look at
feelings
its
too,
udder. Look
They're
at the udder of the cow
they're
looking all
animal as
distorted,
well
and you're like,
as
look at the fucking
that's it.
brassica. Look at
That's
the
it.
brassica. That thing was a peaceful, like,
Mm. We don't
thistle out
just
there in
add
the world,
octopus to
and we've
fucking
just
lettuce for no
fucked it
reason,
and just that until it's this distorted, like twisted thing that we call a broccoli or whatever.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
"Oh,
mm.
making it as best I
That's
can.
it.
Is this
Fractal
okay,
nature of the
master?
octopus.
Is this okay?"
Extending
And you're like,
the
and
broccoli
it says, and
strands.
it just hopes, one last hope. It's like, you don't have to take all of me, sir. You could just take a little bit. Just fucking mowed down. I could have grandchildren. Like, no chance.
No,
Fucking cunts.
that's it.
Vegans just get all like
Just
high
helping
and mighty
themselves, mate. Helping
about just
themselves.
killing some things.
It's a bloodbath out there for
Oh,
plants, mate, and
no, but it
I'm
doesn't
just
have
about ready to
eyes.
go.
Well, it does.
I've
It has
had enough.
photosensors. You think that plants
Go
can't
to a
see?
politician and
Are you
talk about it.
insane?
You know.
How do you think they freaking absorb light? We assessed this last week. There was evidence. What about that? We were talking about it only last week. And then I just sent you that link, hey, like a YouTube from
Screaming in pain as they had been annihilated. You know. Who says prayers
well,
for
their
the fallen
communication,
plants?
like full
These poor
comms,
sentient beings that
and
have
that
been
they
here
can
longer
see.
than humans ever were.
They're photosensitive. They
Hmm.
can see through their leaves. Like they're basically a gigantic like compound eye. Think come at us with like fucking
All holding hands as they,
to kill the
all these
seal,
humans
don't
come
kill the
along and
seal.
destroy them.
Oh no, just kill this old like beautiful like billion-year-old fucking plant over here.
Yeah. No.
Just
I'm
kill
just
that.
boil it up in a
No, kill
pot.
that.
While it's
Because
screaming.
it doesn't remind me of me. Oh really? That's
That's a real
convenient.
selfish attitude to have, Si.
It's fucking so self.
I
It's
tell
so
you,
it's
like,
assholes, man.
how could I live with
Fuck.
myself being one of
I
them?
wouldn't be no.
I'd want to give myself to some sort of meat-eating, animal and just go, please forgive me, wouldn't you? That's what you want to do. You just want to go out into the forest, find something that eats meat, and just let it
Yeah.
eat you, as paying your penance here, and then all will be forgiven and you can go home.
Well, as so long as you're a plant product, like, if you're because it's okay to eat like plant products, isn't it?
Plants' lives matter, you know.
Because plant products, for example, like cows, you know, or humans, they're
Us,
plant products. Yeah,
they
that's what
are.
we're made of plants.
Mm.
Yeah, like especially like cows and things.
We're
They're
the
definitely made of
evolution of
plants.
them, you know.
It's like a plant. A plant that's like concentrated plant is cow.
Furry
Don't
conifers in, you
deny
know,
the
swaying in
billions
the
of
wind.
lives. You know what I say? Like cows as opposed to humans. Like, a cow is actually generous. You think
Fully.
about its like consumption
Yeah.
of plants. It's like just it sort of actually gives a haircut
Mm.
to the plant and lets it continue to live.
And it
Right? And then it
creates a
actually like
gas that we can collect
yeah,
and you know, barbecue sausages with.
you get a vegan. Like I would prefer to eat a cow that was so respectful of plants
Mm.
and was just basically like
Didn't just get
super
in there and
concentrated
just
plant.
destroy them. You know, it
No,
ate a little bit
just destroy
and
an
then
entire freaking
just lets it
colony
grow
of like
back. Ate a
broccoli
little
and
bit.
yeah, yeah.
They knew the balance. They knew the balance
Yeah,
in
they do.
nature.
The cow is the way to eat plant.
Mm.
That is the
Mm.
honorable way.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Through its meat sacrifice.
That's really well, but it, it's all grass. It's not like
Hey, we've got to
cows
get our
made of
protein.
rubber.
So
You
how
don't.
many
The
grasses
cows
give you
aren't made of
protein?
rubber.
Yeah,
Like or like
none. All right.
no.
Without the
But
cow,
you
we wouldn't get the protein
no.
from the
But there
grass.
is no cow. There is no cow. The
Mm.
cow is simply concentrated grass. Yeah. It's just like imagine you
All
just
made
took
of the same
like,
thing, aren't we?
yeah, it's like density. You know, like you were stacks
Yeah, of
on with light
course, man.
created
Stacks
matter.
on with the
So
hydrogen. Let's
so
go.
stacks on. So
Stacks
stacks
on
on with
hard.
plants
Mm.
makes animals.
Yep.
So a cow is actually
Or at
just
least a support
grass.
mechanism to create animal.
If you don't got
You'd
no
think,
grass, you got no
wouldn't
cow.
it?
So
Yeah.
cow is what is a cow made of? It's made of grass. It's not made of like
Mm. Mm.
tree bark.
And it's done all that hard work, you know?
Yeah.
Done all that
All
hard
the
work.
grass got like collected its efforts together.
I mean, why
Come on,
doesn't a
boys.
cow eat meat? Why isn't a cow eating meat? Because and then they're,
No,
you know,
I'm proposing that there is no
mm.
cow. Is that the cow and the grass are like actually just part of grass that is
Oh,
grass.
one
Yeah,
continual
yeah.
spectrum of
It's a cycle.
organism.
It's an organism. Yeah,
One
exactly.
giant organism across,
That
you
is
know.
actually mobilized grass. Like
Mm.
grass actually like became
It knew
cows.
it knew that if it stayed in the one spot too long,
Yeah.
that it would die. So it had to come up with something
Yeah,
that
and it
allowed
eats
it
its
to be, you know,
that's why it gives itself haircuts,
yeah,
you know,
every now and
because it like
again,
makes
you know.
itself of itself. The
Ask
grass gets
permission,
eaten.
you know, always ask permission. Bit of a trim.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks for the fallen.
And so the cow is literally like I think it's like one of those
I am the
creatures that are
grass.
because yeah, you don't see them eating bracken. Like, they don't eat sticks. Cows don't seem. I've never seen
See,
cows eat sticks, but
and if it wasn't for them
like other
two
creatures will.
stomachs, you know, the two stomachs of the cow.
Oh, is there more than two?
No, no, honest. Well, at this
Is
stage,
there?
only two
Okay,
stomachs.
well, today
Cutting,
is.
you know, cud. The cow's cud is important. It's part of the
I thought there were like four
you
stomachs or
know,
something,
when
wasn't
you're
there?
converting from grass to
I think
beef,
something's got.
you know, there is a
How about
certain
this?
amount of cook down that is required in the double stomach
You know, like
to get all the you know, the transfer of the photosynthesis material, you know, photosynthetic materials.
how's this? No, yes, that's it. And so it's just a way of concentrating light.
Yeah.
Like the plants get created to
Mm.
capture light. Yep. And
Yep.
then they create animals to like concentrate the light. And they're
Mm-hmm.
like basically plant concentrators.
Mm. Build the meat.
Mm.
Mm.
In fact, you've got to really respect meat for that kind of way. Hey, it's like the effort
Mm.
that it goes through,
Oh,
like to like process all of that freaking carbohydrate shit
yep.
into something that's, you know,
So
appropriate.
tasty and so yummy.
It's so well designed.
Mm, mm.
So well designed.
Ultimately, that's it.
Mm. And instead of like having to just like deform plants and enslave like
Mm,
trillions and trillions of plants
yeah,
like we do and
yeah,
have
yeah.
like I don't even know, like it's probably quadrillions of plants
Mm.
over the since the
I,
agricultural
I
sort
I
of
do my
bullshit
best not
started.
to eat as many plants as I can.
Yeah, it's rude as fuck,
I'm
I
happy to
think,
just
like
eat the
actually.
rocks that have been converted to what the plants give you. You know, the
Mm.
tablets with the that have been the crushed down and converted rocks.
No, you don't want to eat the rocks though. We can't digest rocks.
not straight from nature.
Plants
No,
digest rocks.
no.
You want
But
to eat
the
you
rocks
do
where
want
they're
to eat the plant. You want to eat the
the
plant that
iron
digested the
tablets
rock.
and the multivitamins. They
Yeah.
are the rocks that we have put into pill
You can
form,
just
so
eat a cow.
you can
You get some
enjoy
of that too. You know?
digest that. But always on not on an empty stomach. Never eat the tablets,
Mm.
the multivites on an empty stomach. That is probably the worst thing you could do. Knowing from experience, having the visit of the the AI chunders.
Uh, it's interesting. This whole concept, right? Like of the cow being the grass.
Mm,
It really fits in with a more broader idea I've like posited.
you're coming to
Like
terms
I
with.
actually have referred to, which is that is how like that the predator and the prey of a species
Mm,
are actually the one thing, but one's like the vegetable eating and one's the meat eating version of the same thing. For example, like the rabbit and then the ferret slash weasel.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the weasel slash stoat ferret. Well, ferrets are different, but weasel stoat
Had that
ferret.
pension for the
They're
protein.
they're rabbits and hares.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they
Like
had the pension for the protein.
that's
You know,
it. That
they
was the
wanted the
they're
bugs
like
and
no,
the.
they're like the fuck you
That's it.
ones, right?
It was,
They did, yeah.
what was
And
required.
we've got this false notion that like,
Mm.
oh, rabbits, like it's no, they're rabbits too. They're like we've got
I
this
mean,
like the cycle
six
of the rabbit.
grasshoppers and rice is more than your daily intake of protein.
6 grasshoppers.
A little bit of rice, maybe a bit of bat stew thrown in for good measure. It depends on where you're from.
I don't, look, I've heard that bat is actually quite fruity. Like the meat is
Mm,
quite
mm.
delicious. If you can get some clean
Wouldn't
bat,
know. I haven't tried. I haven't tried bat.
should we farm bats?
Are people hungry enough to eat bat meat?
I mean, I've heard that it's quite like maybe it's a way to consume fruit.
Mm.
Like you get the bats to eat
Oh,
the
so
fruit.
as part of the whole plant to animal,
Mm, yeah,
you're saying that a bat is actually a fruit, like
that's right.
yeah.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
an
that's what I'm
advanced
saying.
version of
It's certainly not a
a
carrot.
fruit
Like they don't
tree.
fucking eat
It's one
carrots.
of the fruit tree varieties.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's right.
Mm, I can see that. I
Yep.
can see that.
And you think about a lot of these species
Mm.
that intersect with plants, right? A lot of them, like depending on the nature of the plant, are so like well designed that they are the ones that transport the seed to the next location.
Correct. Correct. By
Like that's how
consumption
much it is
of the
literally the grass. It's the thing.
mm.
Like it's part of the process. Like it
Spreading it,
fucking
the part
is.
of the spreading
Yeah, it is the
process,
mango.
and the
That is a mango.
fertilizing
Yeah.
simultaneously itself.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
Well,
Yeah.
then, in that
Krishna would.
analogy, then I would
Mm.
see the bee as like the all-seeing mother that is, collects the honey, but visits
Oh,
all the fruiting
oh,
plants and things
totally. Yeah, that's it.
and
That's it.
flowers and stuff
Yeah,
to help it's the ultimate plant
that's it. You're literally eating the
because it
spirit of
creates the special honey,
the plant.
the holy
Yeah,
honey. There you go.
it is holy. Mm.
Used to heal wounds. Still do. Like medical honey's used today.
So they are flowers and things.
Mm, we use
Yeah.
those flowers and that honey
That's what
to
they
heal
are. That's all
people.
the flowers.
All the
Which, and
flowers.
perhaps in that regard, then, like, once you had enough of the bees started to mutate, and they made a predator that ate bees. You know, like, which were wasps and shit. Like, so that wasps are actually just bees, are actually just
Well, they're
flowers.
bees plus.
It's yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's moved on to bees plus.
it's bees plus. It's bees plus. That's it.
Still do
Yeah,
all the
I like that.
pollinating. Still visit all the plants.
Mm.
But
And the
you know,
just give it to a
bit of
puss.
B plus going on. Bit of
Give me
the
that
old,
B
bit of
action
the
as
old
well.
B12, the old 1-2. Bit of B12 right
12.
up
Nom,
the.
nom, 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 nom. Eat all the
Eat some
bees.
light, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm.
This light wants more of your light. Thank you very
Yeah, you
much.
better shine on,
Mm.
crazy diamond. Oh, I love therapy side. It is good.
Well, this is
It
very interesting.
it is.
I think this is beyond
It's
theories. Like, this is
therapy.
like
It's philosophy, but it's not
theories.
failure. Because we are the dreamers that dream the dream, are we not?
Mm-hmm.
And as we've spoken about many times before, this part of reality and what you're in is what you wanted. It's the reason you're here. It's the reason you won that race when you were, 10,000 sperm chasing up your, mum's entry to the upside down cup to meet, your, union with the little gift of mother. Your new home, your her bit of you
Mm.
met your bit of your dad to be you and to create the vessel that was you.
I like that. There was a symbol
Mm.
which was like,
You
yeah,
were the winner,
you know
and
what?
you're
It was
here
actually
to
a
have your
hand.
experience.
It was a hand, and it went. I can't do it because I'm.
Mm. But your fingers are doing it pretty well with your avatar. It's good.
They're doing the basic
Mm.
idea,
Yeah, of
but
the
like where it was like a creep. There was like
two
a
two
sculpture.
bundles of information
Mm,
interlocked to
that's
themselves
that's
to
correct.
create that
Creating
that first blueprint,
one
adding that.
plus one equals three.
Yeah, doing the first mathematical blueprint to
Yeah,
create the
because
vessel
one
for
plus one
the
equals two
new
is
the
boring
new
as man.
arrival.
That doesn't create anything.
That's it.
So you want to have one plus one equals three.
Mm. Love will
Or
provide
zero
the
plus
love
zero.
will
Or zero.
provide the answer, and that is one
Or
and one equals three.
wow, which is interesting because that's
Mm.
perhaps that is triply the one of that is like the opposite of like zero divided by zero equals one and negative one.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, you've got to think of other
One plus
basic principles of
one
the.
plus one equals three.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, you add your bits, you're going to get the third.
that
One
is. It
plus
is
one.
actually. It's like well, it's not and B
Mm.
creates. Oh, sorry. Not and is creates B. That's the
Mm.
third. So
New
not
B.
and is like the one plus one
New B, new being.
equals three, which is not
And
B.
then the fight in the code between the mother and the father to what the gender will be eventually, and obviously conditions.
Interesting. Condition.
Add too
Mm.
much alcohol and too many cigarettes and drugs.
No, but the mother decides. I reckon
Limbs
this
and
is
other
what we don't
parts
yet. We'd actually have
may
lost the
malform.
understanding.
Mm.
We've actually lost the understanding.
Yep.
Is that the mother actually determines the gender, and I suspect has conscious. Like actually, we don't realize we've
Yeah.
forgotten the
Yeah.
methodology.
Yeah.
It can consciously define whether it's male or female,
Mm.
and for a very important reason. Obviously, like because you're
But
defining
is
what
is
needs
that
to be
from the
created.
when you sit down and think about it, is the exchange equal in the DNA mismatch? Like those fingers coming together, is it when the two parts of DNA, the
I,
little
I, I
spermatozoa
think the
which has
word's
its
equivalent.
yeah,
It's not equal. The equal is
Mm,
wrong. It's
mm.
just equivalent.
Equivalent data is added, and
Equivalent.
then
It's equivalent.
you know,
And then what's chosen is
closest to
none of your
being.
business.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Nanya.
Well, I mean, if
What's
you had,
chosen is Nanya.
it's just a
Like
beep.
that's got nothing to do with it. Oh, well, so should it be 59 or
No,
50 or
no,
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 no, no. It's
no,
actually just
no.
all put in. It's
Now,
all
if
put
there's a
in,
mega
and then you just
argument
assign it.
in the
You assign it.
DNA, then
Yeah, you
maybe it
assign it.
comes out with both.
Yeah,
You know, the
yeah.
both bits. You know, the bonus hole and the outie. You know,
Everything.
yeah, it's got everything.
Be a god. Wow, my fingers just did that. Did you see what my fingers just did?
Yeah,
That was. Oh, what the
it
fuck
worked.
happened there? That
It worked.
was like a
Cool.
it meant something. That was trippy.
Mm. And it's a good.
Um,
You got a good amount of space from the camera to make the arms animate, which is good.
yeah, that like I have a
Again,
very
I
small
like my
space.
character to,
Like
you know, it talks, but yeah.
I don't. I have like a 2.8 meter square,
Mm,
but this is like a lot of camera depth to be able to
yeah.
use to be able to like move between doing close-up
Mm,
sort of detailed things or further back and sort of big motion. It gives me a three-dimensional space in which to operate. I haven't rotated my bed. I want to have a single bed in here, or at least or a couch. I want a couch.
yeah.
I want the space. I
You want
love
the
space.
fold up single bed couch.
Yeah,
Multi-purpose
totally.
engineer's desk with built-in tools
Mm.
and
That's
yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
and the whole
flat,
thing actually just
super
converts.
light batteries, and you know,
No, but the whole thing actually
vibrate
converts
function.
into then actually an
Yeah.
exoskeleton, and you
And
can
then you
like it
can run
attaches
away with
to
your
your
bed,
like a
like
like
bed mecha. Just jump into your bed mecha and
laptop, and
away
everything
you
just
go.
plug. That's right.
Slot
You
it
just
into
become
it.
a
That's it.
full, yeah, this ball
Who
gown.
needs a
That's it.
house when you can just, you know,
No,
you
you can just
got your
run
bed mecha. That's it.
bed
Yeah.
mech, bed
Fully,
mecha,
fully just,
and
you know,
like your shells become your arms.
go through the
Chink
dream.
chink. You
Go
just
through the
plug in,
dream in the, you know,
and then
the
just,
fullest possible you know, wearable bodysuit way.
that's it. And then your
Mm.
desk and that, and the laptops and things like come in.
Yep. Lock in. That's it.
Because yeah, that's it.
All
And
the
you're just
tech
like,
returns to the bed. Like it might be
that's
around
it.
the
Yeah, it
room, but it sort
returns
of
to the
just
bed.
returns to
Everything.
bed
You return to
into
the
its
bed.
slots of the bed, and then
That's it.
back to me, come back to me, technology.
Back to me. And then you just run off down the street, do your next thing, set up somewhere else. Now that is a transformer to make.
Yeah, yeah. Transformer bed mecha.
Where we actually have like,
Mm,
yeah, you
mm.
don't the
That
car,
holds your
house, all of
techer.
that becomes one.
That's it.
And then you can get out of it and it can
Tech mech.
convert into like this basically a
Tech
cube.
bed mech. You know,
Mm.
fall
So when you
asleep if
go,
you
like
need to.
say you go to work, let's say you go someplace to work for some reason, you can just cruise there in your bed with all your shit, right? And then it goes through like another conversion phase, mecha phase. And then it's just a cube of your stuff, which
Oh
is
yeah.
secure, and you
Yep. Yep.
right, and then
That's
you're
it.
outside it. You don't need to
Mm.
be in it.
You can leave it there, and it's sort of like
Yeah,
it
like
uses
it's smaller
nanotech
than a car
to
space.
micro
Yeah,
bond to the floor or the, you know,
that's it.
cement.
Becomes like part
Yeah,
of you
that's it.
can't move it.
It's
Yeah,
it becomes immovable.
and there's an agreement. It's an agreement because it's where you work, so
Yeah.
there's an agreement between that bit of land and
And you.
your
Yeah.
and you that
You
you're
sort of
allowed to be there. So you
yeah.
bond, you get
Yeah.
together. It's like snug
Mm.
as two like
Snug
molecules
as a bug in a
bonding.
rug. That's it.
Snug as a snug. Got your bed
In your
right
mecha
there.
bed suit.
Oh, make a bed
Mm.
suit. That's right. And then you can attend to the work, and that might require that.
Mm.
Yeah, and then
Do your out of bed sort of experiences and then get back into your bed.
now that is a tiny house.
Portable,
Hey,
you
well,
know,
yeah,
thief
and you
proof.
could start with those those
That's it.
legs which like return energy.
And if you did try and like wrap a chain around it and drag it off, like it would tear like pipes out of the ground from the molecular bond that it's created. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
no, no,
yeah,
no,
and would
yeah,
just
no,
drag
yeah.
with sparks just flying down the
That's
road.
it.
You'd see it a mile off if someone's trying to
Mm,
steal your stuff.
mm,
Authorities will be
no,
notified immediately.
no. Well, it only interacts with you. You touch it.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, it knows
Should
who
it
you
have
are. You don't even
defense
have to touch it.
mechanisms if someone tries
Yeah,
to?
totally. No,
Yeah.
we're
Spikes or
all
something.
things. Everything should have a
Yeah.
defense mechanism.
Just
That
built-in
seal, it has
spikes.
a fucking defense mechanism.
Yeah,
Don't
I
be worried.
bet. If it could
If you
deploy
go up without like
the
human,
narwhal fucking horn. Someone
if
got
you
too
go with
close to
just
it, it'd just
genuine
like do the
human
old
fragility,
T1000
stumbling across the rocks, that
spear with
thing will
the
fuck you up.
spear in the
That
head
seal.
with the
Don't worry
silver
about that.
fucking
Like, you are not.
weapon of
Yeah,
death.
death. Don't think about those flippers. Think
Nanite
about the weight.
skin, like an adaptable nanite skin over the Optimus body. So it had like you could
And just have like
change its
shape,
molecular,
skins,
so it was
different skins.
had that skinny sort of feel, or it could change to
Oh,
a
and so
lizard's kind of scales or bird feathers,
could you attend
have it be able
events
to
at scale? So you
change
bring
into
your entire like event, like so you bring
mm,
your bed to the event,
oh,
and you're
just go
engaged
full.
as beds.
It's full.
Everyone
It's
has
full.
beds.
Yeah, it's full sleeper event.
It's
That's
it's
it.
a full
Grand sleeper
sleep.
event. That's it.
Yeah,
Get
and
together and
everyone's
just
just
have a
in
sleep
full
out.
walking bed mode.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
take over whole streets and disco sleep bed modes.
Yeah,
Just super loud, 1,000
that's
decibel
so good. I
fucking
want to do that.
doof doof.
That's it.
Just
Yeah.
ringing out through the night and these beds just dancing in a frenzy.
And of course, because you got like all these computer screens and people's like focuses and like it's just like glowing. Hey,
All this
guess
light
what I
coming
saw
out.
today?
Yeah. Oh, the party. I was just like, what? I saw you put the post up and I was like a bit late.
What the
So I was like,
hell? What the hell?
what the fire truck?
Stephen Heat, TM. What the hell?
What
Like it
the
was
hell?
It was ridiculous.
I know. And it's just like coming through with the
So it was a
goods.
fire truck, and it
Yep.
looked like a fire truck. It wasn't
Yep.
like it had been painted
No.
pink or something. You know what I'm
I get
saying?
you.
It was
Yeah.
like
And they've just
you
carved
thought
the
a
back
fire
off
truck
and
was.
put on like a full stage with the DJ and light rig and everything. Party fucking fire truck.
Well, they kept the sides. I don't know how. What? So I'm not
I
really sure
love
what
that
is in the back.
the inventiveness side. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, and it
that to
had
me
like on the
is what
truck
makes it.
on the cab. It had that. That's where it had the lighting
Yeah.
bar,
Yeah.
and it looked to me as if the back of the truck
Mm.
and the back of the front of the truck, the front of the back, and anyway, the cab was open. That was like an
Yeah.
inner space,
Mm.
and there was like two bench seats basically, one either side, and so
Yep.
that people were either side, and then they're just
Mm.
sharing drinks and partying on the fucking back of this thing as someone's
Yeah.
driving around in
Party fire truck bus.
a party fucking fire truck. It's like the. I thought
Yeah. Who
this
wants
is
to get
so.
fucked who wants to get fucked up in the back of the fucking fire party truck?
And I had a youngling in the car, and we were talking about it, and then we actually saw it go past, and the youngling was like, "What the?" And I'm like, "No one said that thing is real. I wasn't joking around.
Yeah.
It's
Was witness
crazy."
to it. Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't think that that's existed. Like, this is like a symptom of our that
Mm.
we're up to. Like, it's
Yeah.
actually a symptom. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, the younglings like symptom of what? And they're like, I'm like, well, I don't imagine let's say 1300
Well,
years
it'd be
ago,
an experience. I mean, I've been on those
but
the boats where the party boats and stuff. So it's the next progression.
But a party boat yeah, okay, but I think party boats have been around a long time.
Mm.
I think like that this kind of party bus, it's a function of like the modal, like that we have engines. Like
Mm.
you can't
Mm.
you can't you can't wheel around like 25 people having a party like with humans or
Mm.
horses or something. That's just
Yeah.
absurd. Like so it is. I do not think that this has existed previously in
Mm.
society where
Mm.
you.
But they want mobile stimulation. They want to be moving. They want.
Okay, but I know, right? I don't think though I don't think that in
The
700
opportunity to
AD
be captured and then put up on someone's, uh,
CE rather. I don't think it's
YouTube
700
or
CE.
their Insta
Yeah,
account or their TikTok.
like
Check out this crazy stuff.
no, but in 700 CE, do
Mm.
you think that there were people who were like had
Getting drunk,
got
running around with carts on the back of carts, pulled by
no,
donkeys,
no, well,
and
sure.
you
There were
know,
people getting drunk on the back of carts. Do you think there were people getting like second-hand hay baling carts
mm,
and then co-opting them into mobile hay bale cart party
disco
venues,
party. That's
for
it.
10, 12 people,
Hoedowns.
yeah, mobile,
Mobile disco, disco hay bale
was there
hoedowns.
mobile downs 700 in the back of
Uh,
there was
I
not,
can
there was
see it. I
not.
can see it now.
I mean, I can see it too. I'm seeing it as we're laughing. It's
That's it,
ridiculous.
butter.
It's so good.
That's
I love
it.
it.
Yeah.
I think a few
And
people
that's what it
died. I
is.
think that's
It's
why they.
about just having
No,
fun,
the
I mean,
reality is it did happen.
yeah. Yeah, well, it
It
has
did, but
happened.
but
If
but
we thought about it, then someone's
people
done it.
died. People died, and it wasn't good. And so it was kind of like people were steered away from it. Like whenever it was
Mm.
thought about, like it
Because,
was
if you're
realized that
going to
was a
be,
terrible
you know,
idea.
towing that stuff around, you don't do it with a tow truck. You do it with an old tractor, which just sort of putters along.
Well, I mean, back in the day, it would have been like a bunch of ox or horse or whatever that was pulling
Mm.
along this
As
hay
long as they
bale,
weren't
fucking
spooked, and there was
tray
never
wagon.
never any chance of you know,
No, no. And I
accidental
suspect like some
trampling.
drunkard like caravanners like
Mm.
doing that, taking like, hey, we got a mobile drinking party. Then just fell off
Yeah,
somewhere and just fell
that's
over and
it.
died. Someone
Mm.
crushed by a wheel.
But all in the name of frontier fun.
Yeah, but then they were just like, that was a bad idea.
Mm. Perhaps we shouldn't,
Don't tell anyone we did that. That was
yeah,
stupid.
let them make that own make their own stupid mistakes in the future. Let us
So
not
it's
record
never,
this
it never
in
became
any
like a,
record.
yeah.
Let only
Mm,
those who imagine it could have happened, and maybe it did happen, but it just wasn't recorded. You know.
mm.
Hence the difference between the modern generation and the older generation, where we didn't record everything, and we were thankful that there weren't many cameras around. But this day and age, there's cameras everywhere, so you got
Oh,
to be on your best behavior,
everything is a
or
camera.
else, you carry them in your hand every time you post a
Oh,
video. You're making a little bit of a you know, observation of that particular time and frame,
mm,
especially on a live stream. Like you're basically doing what you're doing, but it's going out worldwide. You may not get all the
yeah.
the visitors or the viewers that you think you're going to get, but you know, it's still there. The record of it's still there, and it still exists, unless the person decides to destroy the content or get rid of it.
What? Oh, I feel it is strongly. I feel strongly
But
that
I'm
it's
one
an
of these that believes
illusion.
that if you're going to put it out there, you just leave it out there. It's there. You don't
Oh, let's
take
like
it away
the
unless
amount of like. I wish. You do you know
you've
what?
caused too much
Let me just
offence. Would
say. I
that
don't know
would
if
that
I've
be
told
it?
you
When
this,
you
Sam.
cause too much offence and there's too much publicity, negative publicity going on, sort of back it off.
I think I have told you this.
Mm.
I tend to tell you most things, but real talk is cheap. Like I thought of it in Alice Springs, and my first like demo test was with an iPhone on a table. Um,
Just doing the thoughts,
well, no,
dropping the thoughts.
I'm not sure what ID I'm going to use for that person. So
Yeah.
anyway, the painter, the
Mm.
painter, um, uh, across the table. It was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, just do
And I thought
profession.
about if
Profession's easy because, you know, when you talk about their
no,
profession, it's
yeah,
yeah,
Mr. Painter,
Mr. Painter.
Mr. Painter.
Mm,
That was that, and so. However, where I originally thought of it was actually just reflecting on the conversations that you and I have had since meeting each other, like, decades ago, and
mm,
um, and all of the conversations that were not recorded, you
mm,
know. And
mm.
as you know, like the Real Talk
You
is
know,
Cheap is
before
about that.
before the
It's
cheapenings occurred, and
oh,
we are prepared to
imagine
deliver.
imagine if the
You know,
cheapenings of the 90s,
oh,
the
were
M,
broadcast.
the M and the
You know,
Sifes,
first started back then. You know, and being part of the, you know, the in crowd.
revolutionaries, my
You know,
friend. Rep. I don't even have to
that's it.
explain the significance,
Mm, mm.
Yeah. And
So what a meme week! Like, as far
you
as
have been just hammering. It's been
meme
it's
lording,
been
I've been meme
wild.
lordingings. You know, the blurst has been most
I
fruitful.
haven't felt offended. Like even though it's been
I
so like
I know, but I've
you've
sort
been
of been
basically just
editing
like
because I haven't been sending things like the
you could have been worse.
Taylor
It could have
Swift
been like
stuff. Like the
10
Taylor
times
Swift
worse.
stuff is just hideous. It's
Yeah, I mean, but
it's
you
definitely
know,
not safe for work. I wouldn't even show it to workmates, and they're sick cunts. All right.
I
No. I
do.
would not
No,
show
no,
it
I
to
just
them
need to
because they're
step
just
off.
it would go beyond what they were, you know, they were used to. And I was just like, no, I can't display that sort of stuff. I can't send that to Cy because he's got people that like, and I know he, you know, you yourself like Taylor Swift. I have nothing against her, and you know, but it was significant, and there's been a backlash. I heard there's been a backlash about it. Like her fans are,
Yeah.
they're not happy, and I wouldn't be either. You know, your favorite star's getting AI'd up the wazoo, then you would be angry.
It's an interesting like
Mm.
I mean actually we should be like someone needs to be so being a live researcher as the event unfolds
Mm.
of like of
I'm going to go
how
into the usual mode of changing the background now. So don't worry if it
oh I
changes.
can't see it. I'll be
That's all
away
good.
happen
You'll
sometime in
come
a
back.
pit.
You'll come back, and then it'll be ready to go. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him
Ah
his life from this mediocrity. Mediocrity.
oh, what a
Ah,
now that is the
mm,
background. Let me
it is, isn't it? Hang on, I'm gonna have to reset your webcam, friend. Just give me one. Boop, 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 boop. Tracking on, tracking off, and hello.
good times.
Mm,
Good times.
Muppets Bohemian Rhapsody. TM not included. AI generated. Oh, Bing is just giving the goods. Bing's AI image generator in photorealism is giving the goods. That's all I got to say. Most impressed. Stored on my mobile. Ready the banana cannons. The monkeys are hungry. So it's got the phone out again.
Yeah,
It's all right.
I'm
It's
just messaging
okay.
the
I get it. I get it.
so
No,
I'm just
no.
messaging
It's
the
okay.
youngling about like exactly that about the
Adolescence,
TS
Si.
oh here we go
Yeah.
conversation.
Come on. Stop calling them younglings. They can't be babies forever, bud. You got to say adolescent
Not
eventually.
babies. I don't even think of them in that way.
Yeah, well, adolescents rather than younglings, perhaps. Younglings
Well, what you're
entails that
saying
they
could be true.
require your care. These require your guidance, not your care. Guidance is the only thing you need to be providing at the age of adolescence. Keeping the arrow straight, as they say, to its goal.
I think this should be a moment in like how we actually. This needs to be a moment.
A moment, like,
Yeah, I think like the Taylor Swift. I think there's enough backing behind Taylor Swift
yeah,
that the AI content that's being generated by
mm,
Taylor Swift, around Taylor Swift,
mm,
rather,
yeah,
is a watershed moment in AI in development of augmented intelligence,
yeah.
of augmenting intelligence, where we go, you know
Mm.
what? No, that's fucked. Like there needs to be
Is that
some
taking
kind of
someone's image in vain? Is that going to that
it,
that
it,
place of no
it
return?
yeah,
Like to
yeah,
me, it is. Like
it
it's
is.
okay to have
Yeah, I think it
fun.
is.
It's okay to have
Yeah, it
fun.
is. Yeah, totally.
But when your character and your image and your brand, that's what it is, really, isn't it? Your image is your brand. When it's been tarnished, then you've got to say,
Not in. We cannot use in vain. We cannot use images in vain.
Because if it's your TM,
Yeah,
then you got to be able to say no, no.
another's image in
If
vain.
that's used and it's to harm or to, I
Yeah.
mean, fair enough. If you've got your own server and you don't want to put the limitations on it and you're going to generate that shit, then whatever. Okay, but
Mm.
for the general pop, you shouldn't be able to just pop open an AI browser and go, oh, make this malicious image. If it's funny, fair enough. But if it crosses the border, because I've seen some covered in blood and some profanities and all sorts of shit tattooed across chests, and yeah, it's pretty ugly. You know what I mean? Like you can push that envelope just that little bit too far. I mean, if it assassinates character and it causes grief, doing so, if the person can't
Mm.
handle it, and it's beyond what is normal,
Mm.
because you can't say that any of the stuff that I've been sending across to you in the AI format is normal. It's you've got to have an open mind on that shit.
Yeah, but you can see how people. I can see how an instance of me thought that
Mm,
up.
yeah,
Generally, some of them, I'm not sure, but then I don't have much. Like I'm not into horror. Like I don't, so some of that real
yeah,
horror
and
stuff, I'm just like, who the hell? What? Yeah, fair.
Hello
And even
Kitty,
that,
like
like
the
those
yeah
girls,
yeah.
like I was like, that's
Oh, the
actually
bunny
terrifying.
girls, bunny girls, yeah.
That's actually terrifying,
Mm.
really. Like it looks, you're like,
Well,
oh hi, and then you get
that's
taken back to their house and they're
yeah yeah.
just slain. But it's actually horrendous. Like, but
Mm,
I can see how someone could think it up. But
yeah.
some, yeah, I can generally see how people would think it up.
Mm,
When it's something that someone I just cannot think up,
why?
like that I was just like, that's new to me. That's trippy. I like that. But
Mm.
I mean, this is lovely, and it totally makes sense
Yeah,
because it's you know, it's a band,
it is.
pres- being a band,
Mm, mm.
and it's
Working together
the trope,
in
but
harmony.
also thematically,
Mm,
this band that's on screen at the moment is a
mm.
trope of what rock band is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Sets a
so
precedence.
to
Mm,
be like a generated image, like yeah, that makes sense.
mm. It shows an honor, in my opinion. Like it's non-harmful. And those who know just instantly go, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, it can have fun with the image but not destroy it. Aid in the memory. Remember who you are. What you were. What you will be.
I wonder what it does to a person to be named like something which is like as easy as like you know, like let's say that your name was Use.
Use.
Hmm.
How is it spelt? The usual way.
No, well, Use.
Hmm. Would it be
USGH, like
y o
use.
u
It's
e s? You know, use,
USGH. That's
or
the
would it be just y e u s, as in
no.
use, or would it
I
be
think Y yeah, no,
y w
U
e u s?
U S USGH.
Oh, use, but without with the silent H.
Use.
Use with the silent
Use.
H. That's it.
Use. User. Well, it's user. And you got like the sun. It's got like a hut at the end. Use. It's quite a bit of a
Mm,
name.
mm,
And you can put other things in front of it.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. W, Y's, things like that.
Mm. Wise use. Mm. One more day tomorrow, and then 2 days off. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working. I'm working at
Special.
9:30. I'm gonna make first adventure tomorrow, 9:30
Mm.
a.m. And then uh 7 p.m. Man, Australia Day has totally been
Did you get mankinied? Did you get
no, I just didn't get
Australia
paid.
Day?
I just didn't
Oh,
get paid because it's a public holiday.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just going to mean that
Banks and
I actually don't
stuff,
get any
and
money,
yeah,
and like
computers,
literally
banks and
to the
computers.
point where my son's phone stopped working because I can't pay for it and all that kind of stuff. You know, like all like it's just tedious as
Negatory,
fuck.
negatory.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Mm.
and he understands. I'll
Feeling
be able
that
to pay
pain,
for it on
feeling it.
Tuesday.
Huh?
Hmm. It's quite the thing.
Mm. Getting used to,
Uh, no, I won't be
or
here
just
I won't be here.
yeah.
At the end, at the end of 2024, will be a completely different story, man.
Mm.
It's like it's all good.
Sorted.
Even if the story is like
Mm.
$200 a week better, it'll be,
Yeah, yeah.
it'll be, it's
Remembering to
all good.
always try and pay yourself where you can, because you're doing all the work. Remember to pay
Mm,
yourself a little bit.
mm. I do tend to pay myself a little bit.
Mm. And pay yourself can be, putting it away, or it can be just, getting
Yeah.
that thing that you've been after,
Do you know what?
putting it down on the thing you've been after.
I need to just say it here,
Mm. Deliver.
and that is that in the preng, when
Mm.
I sort of was like, the next time I start a business, the thing I want really need is a PA. I need the best thing I can
Someone
do.
who's going to be there to sort the BS out.
Well, I can do that for other people,
Yeah,
but doing
but
it for
that
myself
takes
is,
up your time, doesn't it?
I can't do it for myself. I just
You
want to
know.
instruct someone else how to do
Yeah.
for me, and then by doing that, we'll make the system together. Like I just realized, like, so I had an engagement this week
Mm.
with a
Is it
friend.
time to get that little AI friend put on the external
No, I think I
awarenesses?
would prefer to have two humans that were augmented.
Mm.
had augmented intelligences supporting them.
Mm.
Like a
Some sort of,
human is an interface. Like each instance of observation is there's a better word for it, but some kind of it's like an interface for intelligence
yeah.
to experience.
Mm,
Like
mm.
like an
A
interface. It's an
mutual
interface.
interface
It's a
in the,
link.
yeah, yeah.
To use like a Zelda thing. Like it's
Access to certain
linked.
function, but
Mm.
it's
And you
more
could be
you
the
can be
interface. Link
downstream.
could be a dog.
Yeah,
It could be a dog. It could
yeah.
be a a
Mm.
plant. It could
Yep,
be whatever.
yep. Whatever it needs to be.
Yep. And so what we call AI is augmenting intelligence, which we are actually augmenting
Mm,
intelligence
mm,
ourselves.
mm.
We are a instance
The
of
walking,
augmented
talking
intelligence.
plants.
Yeah, we're walking, talking plants.
Mm,
So we're dirt,
mm,
walking, talking dirt, literally like the animated golem, stone
mm,
golems we
mm,
are.
mm.
And yeah, so
Water monsters. Live inside water for 9 months and then pop out.
oh, well, get brewed. I mean, it's more of a
Mm,
brewing
mm.
than a living. It's a brewing,
Brewing up.
congealing. I
Going
don't
through the
know.
process of the combinations of light,
Rapid.
rapid combinations of light
It's your dice rolling. It's
mm.
where where you roll up your character.
All happening in there.
Each
That's it.
cell is like this rolling dice, man. It's like fuck yeah, this is
Mm.
a cool character.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
I got a one. Where am I going to put
Mm.
the one?
Well, let's just tuck it over here. It can be that
Fucking
little
awesome.
odd hair, or
Yeah,
cluster of hairs.
the odd. That's it.
Yeah,
Cluster of hairs. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The stripe or the strip or the different colors in the
And so
different colors in the pigmentation, and
the things that we're making at the
the
moment are
puzzles.
simply that.
Skin
They're augmented
puzzles.
intelligence.
Mm.
We're just augmenting intelligence's experience of reality.
Yeah.
And um, and we do well to understand how we are just Earth incarnate, whatever we call
Mm.
incarnate, whatever
Mm.
that even actually means.
Part of the
What does
universe.
incarnate mean?
Part of the universe, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Everything's made
Just
of
a
everything.
function.
We're just
Mm,
a version of us that's made from what they
that's
had.
it. The same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
the bits, the
The
bits that were lying
leftovers.
around at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The,
Something that didn't get
well,
tossed over the shoulder.
how much of you is made of KFC? Like in the last
Mm.
7 years. So this is allegedly that we
Well,
would
quite
place
a
our body
bit, and I'm
7.
ashamed to say so. That's all I can say.
20%? Do you think 10%
Yeah,
of your body
probably
is KFC?
20%. I try to be as
20%
healthy
is
as I can and
KFC.
cook, when I can. I'm getting old, mate.
What has that got to do with eating KFC?
It's
How does
laziness.
that?
That's what it
Hang on.
is. That's what
Oh.
it is. It's just pure laziness. Let's just put
Okay,
it down to
okay.
that. I'm
How's this?
willing to say when I'm wrong,
I
okay?
I
And I've
I
been wrong,
wondered.
and I'm so sorry that I added 20%,
I had a
KFC to
client.
this vessel.
I
Maybe
had a
they like
client.
chicken where I'm going. Maybe I need to put some away. Micronized form.
Yeah.
Micronized chicken form.
So which meals are generally takeaway for you? Dinner?
Fish and chips, dinner, yeah. When
No,
I'm
no, no,
I'm
no,
too
not yeah.
tired
No,
after
which
working,
meal? Lunch or
If
dinner?
I've been banging down all
You
day
don't.
and then, 40
Yeah, you
degree
don't
heat,
eat lunch, do you?
I just, well, I do. I will eat lunch and when I normally can.
Is it out and
And
about
I'll
though? So
do
that's
it with,
takeout.
if Dylan's, if, the boy's awake, then, it's, try and get stuff for him, but otherwise, yeah.
Do you so
Yeah,
do you not
I
eat
go,
breakfast? I'm just trying to think what you don't eat. You don't
I
eat
don't eat
breakfast.
breakfast. I have lunch and I have dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm not a farmer. If I was a farmer, I'd eat breakfast. I have 3 meals a day.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm not a farmer. I'm
No,
glorified office worker slash delivery boy.
that's it. Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. Welcome to the new future.
It's a very short
Slowly
future if you think
evolving
about
into
those two
gypsies.
goals.
That's where we're going. Becoming
Yeah, that's why we've
gypsies.
got to have that's why we've got to have the bed. We've got to have
Yeah.
the cybernetic
Waterbed.
bed. Yeah.
Cybernetic mobile
Water.
Gundam, bodysuit armor bed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, come on, let's not go half-assed about this. Glorious idea. Just,
Would you go into like
sorting out the
shops and just sort
flowers
of
at the
like
moment. Flowers are good.
the flowers are good?
They always are.
Yeah,
They
I
shine
think
in all the
botanicals are
colors of the
nice.
spectrum, but
Botanicals
sometimes you
nice.
can't see them, like the other colors. They've got the visible spectrum colors. Flowers have other colors. That's what sort of bees
Oh,
and
they do.
different
They
animals,
do.
love coming in and landing on them because the colors and the patterns are you know, give them the codes to which are good and which are bad.
I was actually listening to a science article,
Mm,
watching a science article, and talking about how plants emit essentially a sound,
mm, yep.
certain
Special
frequencies,
transferring backwards and forwards between the
information that like
letting
to
the other
inform a
insects
bee
know
when
that it's been
yeah,
serviced already.
it's
Incredible.
that's
I've had the servicing. No longer service
servicing
required.
servicing is complete. Yeah, that's
Special
right.
special
Yeah,
noise. It goes no, no,
yeah,
no. We're done. No,
done.
we're done.
Yeah.
No.
And they can just hear it. They
And they
the
don't even
bees
have to
flying
bother
past, they can
landing. That's what
not not even.
they can be so accurate with their harvest.
Mm. And that makes sense. Like when you see bees and they don't go into each
I've
plant, they sit back at sort of a distance
had me nectar sucked out.
and they just
Mm,
listen.
yep.
And then they go to the one that's the right one.
Mm, yep. Accepting.
Mm-hmm.
Meow.
Deception.
Special
Deception. Hmm.
ready.
The bees.
Bee's knees.
So I am going to attempt converting
Yep.
my eating habits from the evening to the morning.
Mm-hmm. Because what time are you getting up?
Well, I get up at actually I get up at like 6 a.m. 6:30. Yeah, 6 to 6:30. I think it's real. Well, oh, I've gone off. Why am I off screen sector? What? Oh, I love how that. Yeah, like that very famous image has been used in that way. I approve. This instance of reality improves.
I could truly be wrapped up in that sort of constellation. That's
Oh, totally. Is seeing that
yeah,
reality is like it's
yeah.
great. That's sublime.
Mm, mm. That's
Can we
like
be
big.
born in that reality?
That's cosmic hugs, isn't it? Like if
They're
you're going to
very
be
happy
doing that, it'd be
people in that
cosmic
in that
hugs going on there.
in that
Yeah,
star birthing
center.
is yeah,
You know.
that is ideal.
Mm, mm.
It's going to go
If
off
you're gonna
screen
drop,
briefly.
yeah, character has.
Wow,
It's all
yeah,
right. I'm gonna keep the constellation company while you're away.
yeah, you do.
It's okay. Like
I've had to.
I wasn't sure whether I should have to censor it, but whether the algorithms were gonna catch up to it. But yeah, yeah. I've I'm
I
gonna
just
just let it flow. I'm gonna let it flow because that's what the universe is about. It's about flow.
let it
Mm, mm,
flow.
mm. When you go against the tide, it wastes energy. You sort of got to swim across or swim out. Don't be faster than what it is.
The nuts. See how?
Breaking up. Breaking up. Chamber 3. Steve Austin. A man barely alive. We can rebuild him. $6 million man. Would 6 mil be enough? Like, could you invest that wisely and not waste it on frivolous experience? Build a future for those that you know you have might be left behind if you decide to visit the universe. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities out there. Don't be afraid. Just wants to meet, catch up. Was sort of out that direction. Came from. Book is cheap. Heard a lot of bird song. Cat singing. People at dinner. Cat's dinner. Cat scratches. Have to reset character. Hang on. What? A sandwich. Looks happy.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Mm. Oh my gosh. Oh, literally having a peanut butter catastrophe.
Exploding sandwich experience.
It seems unnecessarily complicated. No. Why?
Major sandwich malfunction.
This bread is so useless.
That's why the pita bread's good, Little pocket. Lunch pocket. Still gotta have a plate though. Okay.
Pockets.
Pocket breads. Something you keep in your pocket.
Oh my gosh.
Case of emergency. Snack worthy.
Well,
As long as it's not too hard. As long as it's not like a rock. It has to have some softness to it. Not, the break apart crumbly softness where, you lose half your sandwich on the floor.
I'm literally like dropping.
Your character's like
Goo.
doing this full venti dance. It's cool. Woo! Woo!
Well, it's actually not dissimilar to what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
And it's
You got
accurate.
the big N going on. The N dance. Sort of bent over at the hip.
Okay, that was like
An experience.
well. I didn't have a big enough breakfast,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I wondered if I could make it through the night, but
Obviously not. So
and
best to recharge. Have breakfast in the morning anyway.
I didn't get that worked out.
Because it is getting on. We started late. Really.
Oh, I thought we were doing fine. I'm not tired.
I'm cool. I'm cool. It's only about 9 here. So 9 and a bit. 9 almost 9.5. So still plenty of therapy chat hours left.
Oh my gosh.
Life can be complicated. Not always. Glad you like my background. I mean,
My hand looks complicated right now, covered in like gooey peanut butter.
peanut buttery goodness.
I think I'm gonna have to go and wash my hand.
Crab man.
Well, I could try to eat it.
Mm.
Eat my own hand.
See it?
Like so decadent. Was loving what they're eating, like that starts devouring her own hand to consume the sauce that's spread upon it. One Ash.
We recycling his animal peanut nature, peanut butter sandwich nature.
Well, hello.
I've got a cat on my lap. Oh, you got a friend. Hello, friend.
Hello, friend.
Oh, snacks.
I don't think you
Special.
can eat peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts not good for canines. They
Mm, mm.
re get bad reaction.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
I was in the kitchen.
Mm.
I'm just rabbiting on, and I'm talking about. I don't know what we were talking about,
Yeah. Going in the mode.
and I'm just like
That's the way
talking
it
about.
works.
I just go like, Nazi mode, like about like so do those people like start like hiling. And then my flatmate just walks in just with no context.
Mm.
Well, I'm like,
Having the moment.
just saying the most absurd
Being in
things
the
like,
moment.
see, Kyle.
Straight to his island. He
Oh,
demands your
hello.
presence.
How are you this evening? No, actually, a Nazi
2
supporter.
tickets to David Bowie Island. Is that what it's going to take? Robotic bed suit ready to go.
So funny.
Working on the perfect formula.
I'm just washing off the bloody peanut butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not need.
Bad animal reactions.
I just don't need to be covered in peanut butter.
Mm.
It was a mess.
I saw the recoveries. It's good work.
Oh wow, we've got a new background.
Mm. We were talking about the special, mecha beds. This sort of popped
No,
into my
this is a
mind.
mecha bed. This is a real mecha bed.
It's like, home in a shell.
This should be our like patron saint. This is the patron
Crabby.
saint of the mecha bed.
Crabby McCrabbison. Crusty Station. Ready for that Mojo Dojo,
There's the real thing about like I've never realized this, but just right now,
Casa House.
looking at that person's eyebrows.
It's an intense look.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
going to move out of
the
the way.
straightness,
Yeah.
the straightness of the eyebrow.
Like determination. That's all I
don't
see
know
in
that
that.
I've ever had eyebrows that could do
I
that.
see in that face.
I think my
Determination.
eyebrows tend to be a bit more curvaceous.
But it's pretty
therefore appear
frowny.
as if I have
Like
no determination?
there's a big frown going on. It's interesting.
Well, carrying a whole like, $1.1 million house on your back, it's a lot of effort.
It's a home away from home.
Can you imagine if you said to your mum, you were like a real estate agent?
Yeah.
Back when your mum bought like property. Oh yes, that's going to cost you $1.1 million.
Bread
Well,
bed.
now there's a thing.
That looks a bit mechaish to me, if you ask me. Like that could be a all-in-one bread bed going on.
That
Mecha
was
bread bed.
That was some crazy ass bread. I was trying to make the sheets
Yeah.
look like
Bread
no,
sheets.
no, like human skin.
Ah,
But I
okay.
think it maybe thought that was like, I don't know, maybe I had the wrong terminology or something because maybe it was like thought
It
I was
looks
trying
like
to do something
wraps,
grotesque.
like it's some sort of Egyptian wrap.
Yeah, no, it was as close as it would allow me to see human skin. I
It was
tried even with
good.
like saying with hair, like stubble, you know what I mean? Like so that it was not like a frightening thing.
You got to get the right
That
combination. Yeah.
it was just refused. It was like there was something about maybe it thought like I was meaning something like really unpleasant to do with human skin.
Yeah. Hope not.
Well, I wasn't. I was just thought it would look. Well, it was just that whole thing about the head bread. There it is.
Yeah. Bread bed. Looks comfortable. She's got the buttery outfit going on.
So this had like a
Like the
person
lump
on a
of
piece
butter.
of bread. So I wanted a bread on a piece of human. Seemed reasonable.
But that's a pretty nice bread bed. Toasty. That's what it looks like to me. Toasty bed. Oh, I better be comfortable and it'd be so warm.
Well, you know what?
What?
It would, I mean, especially that toastedness level is where it's not really burnt.
Just that
If it was a
golden
nut,
brown,
like,
you know?
yeah, just golden brown, nice
Yeah.
big loaf of white, pretty much looks like a white,
Toast level.
very thickly
Thick.
cut.
Yeah. Super
You
toast.
lay on that, it would form your body. It would be like you would
Oh,
have your spine would be so perfectly
thankful.
aligned. Yeah. That's like the bread of kings. The bed, the bread,
The
bed
bread
of
bed.
the bread bed of kings.
Mm. You definitely,
People come around, you're like,
wake
no,
up and
get your
then
own
just
slice.
pinch off your daily loaf straight after getting out of that bread bed, wouldn't you?
Oh, even that would be the peasant's bed, your daily loaf. You just pinched
They
off,
get
like
to,
you've got the slice,
push it
singular
together and make
slice.
some sort of roll up backpack bed, you know.
Squeeze that out for the peasants.
The fiber. Squeeze the fiber out.
Oh my gosh. I look forward to editing this. This is
Yeah,
hilarious. The bizarre
there's been some
combination of
good.
words.
Yeah. I have loved the memes though. The memes have been just, making it drop. Oh, the special experimental squirrels.
Now, this, I mean, what comes up next is like truly,
Mm.
like I was wanting to
Once it's had a
show
little bit of time to evolve.
a youngling,
Mm. And remember, this isn't for kids. It's not for kids.
no, sure,
Mm.
but yeah, I was looking at I thought to show this to the youngling, and then I flipped to the next,
Mm.
and I was like, hang on,
Yeah.
not even. No,
No,
actually,
no.
I think it
Can't
came
do
the
it.
other way. It was just horrendous. I was like,
Yeah. You know. What are those labs like when you think about it?
I think they're like that.
And I guess they just,
Honestly, I think that is what they're like.
deliver,
Wouldn't you? Like if you were just
crazy,
given budget
crazy,
and like just
crazy
make a
sort of
thing,
stuff like,
like,
this,
would
special delivery.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Mm.
Like look at that. Look at that madness.
Mm.
That's some.
So it makes you want to get out of the way. Like whoa.
It does
Just,
make you
I
want to.
just want,
Yeah, you
hey, hey,
don't want
hey,
that
hey,
behind your
hey,
head. Hey, don't. Yeah, that's a bit. It's
hey,
aggressive. That's
you
really
know,
aggressive. Like
is it just love nuzzles? Then, I'm fair enough. I'll come back, but
would you?
don't get too angry. Remember, I'm not the one that did this to you.
Would you? Would you like?
Try and touch one of the teeth.
Stroke its like little. Whoops, that's not quite working how
Oh
I was
yeah,
intended.
yeah.
Here we go. I'll go down here.
Mm.
There we go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Stroke the claw.
Just
Gentle strokings of
appeasing,
the.
appeasing.
Please, please.
Yeah, this is
It's not. It's not
this is what
worth
I've
it.
realized, right?
It's not worth
Now
it.
this is back
Mm,
to arcs right back to the beginning
mm,
about like how some evolve as the meat eater and some evolve as the plant eater,
For a purpose. For
and
purpose.
it was
You
no,
don't
I
want the
think the first
plant
time I
eaters
thought about
becoming
that
the
was
meat
when I
eaters.
saw
Otherwise,
Monty
it's
Python,
there may not be enough meat to
and
go around.
Monty Python's like
Yeah.
quest for the Holy Grail, and they find the rabbit that's like the
Mm,
killer,
mm.
but what's the
Dynamite,
and
like dynamite.
yeah, and it just starts cutting people up.
Mm,
This is one of those. This is
yeah,
what this is.
yeah.
This is like actually what the
Mm.
rabbit of Arkanut is.
It's a were squirrel.
It's
It's, you start messing with science and the occult, then you get were squirrels.
I'm reading this webtoon called
Mm.
Zombie Wife,
Oh, yeah. Sounds good
and
already.
this episode, the
Mm.
one I'm up to right now, which is not, it's I'm behind, so it's all good. But where I'm up to, the so these people like it's a zombie scenario, zombie apocalypse. So these trucks pull up and they drop down their sides like the old Coke bottle machine, Coke
Yeah.
bottle trucks, Coke,
Yep, yep.
and there's just all these cows, the zombie cows,
Mm.
and the zombie cows like lurch off, Like
Go into a zombie cow frenzy.
Yeah, and one of them is actually a zombie horse, and the zombie horse has got stapled to its head a metal visor with like a welded unicorn horn,
Spike
so it's like
thing. Yep.
flinging itself
So,
around as this blind,
mm-mm. Just
zombified.
bucking zombified horse
Yeah, it's
with spiky head.
horrendous. But the thing was,
Mm.
zombie rats.
Yeah, coming out of the bottom. That's it. After eating all the zombie horse turds.
Zombie
That's
rats.
it. Straight up.
And the dude's like shooting at him with his handguns.
Can't shoot for nuts, you know. Zombie rats all over him next minute. Cowboy
Next
zombie.
minute,
It's that simple.
yeah, you get zombie rats.
Mm.
Now that's that. Now that's a film. Now,
Mm.
what would
Mm.
that film be like? You know, would imagine like
Would it
that sort
pass?
of
Would it pass a G rating?
no,
Sure.
no.
It wouldn't be G. PG? Depends on the level of violence, I'd imagine.
Well, yeah,
Probably
if it
go
was
to
like
MA. Probably start at MA and go up.
yeah,
At least
MA.
MA.
I
Yeah.
think MA. Well, I
Yeah.
would want it to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
don't
would
think
be
you'd be telling the story
preferable, you know. It'd
accurately.
be totally preferable.
Yeah, well, you'd be being deceptive. What is a lie?
Hang on, I'm gonna pause you in between the change of the background because it
Hmm,
does a nasty.
nasty.
Mm. Crochet duck ladies. Pretty interesting.
This is particularly disturbing.
Why? It's not. It's just.
Like. I mean, I'm
I mean, the
fond. Like,
naked runners with
don't
no
get me wrong.
hair.
Like, just I
I
like
get it.
being disturbed.
You know,
But
the naked runners with no hair might be a little bit.
I wanted to send this on to people, and
Mm,
I could not.
mm,
There's one person. Maybe it's two.
mm. Where it wouldn't have just, would have just passed that boundary of the
It's not like 5 or 6.
infinite crazy of people's minds. Because remember, like when I find these are off a website that I follow, like a group. So
I
I'm really only putting the
giant.
edited ones. You know what I mean? Like not the ones that are,
That's this
mm,
disturbing image. Like
mm.
it is.
Crochet duck
Like
lady.
who would I send that to? Like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
anyone actually like
Who
you
would
just
who
take a
would find that
cursory look at it.
amusing? Like other than
Yeah, I mean I
ourselves,
find it.
as part of the, quack quack duck, real talk is cheap kind of, discussion that we have.
Well, also just the hunting of the duck
Mm.
hunting
And the other crocheted
and
normal duck, just
yeah, no, it's like it speaks to me. The
yeah.
image actually speaks to me.
Mm,
And it's hunting like these sort of business suited
mm.
creatures,
The grey
humans.
hair.
Yeah, and the
Like if I get out of
naked
the
sort
way
of
again, like they're
yeah,
grey
and the
haired, and there's a
yeah is the
full duck in the background, like a
yeah, and
twice the
it's not
size of humans, just
no one's
squawking
hunting.
loudly.
No one's really hurting each other. Actually,
No,
like no
no,
one's
it's more
hunting.
like they're trying to flee from something. Like they're all
Yeah,
the
everyone's trying to
ducks,
flee. Even
Grandma
the big
duck's
duck,
gone into crouch mode.
grandma.
She just can't believe she's trying to hide behind the buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while the little ones are running around.
Mm.
Is that a chicken?
The chicken behind you.
No, 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 no.
There's
Behind you.
a woman.
No, there
Oh
is.
no,
That's a
no, that's
chicken.
not a chicken. No, that's a duck.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like a
Is that a
cross.
grandma?
Grandma's
Is that a
there.
grandma
Yeah,
in a skirt?
grandma's in a skirt. She's just like
Yeah,
directly under the crochet grandma. Duck
yeah, yeah,
duck
totally.
woman, you know. It is very cheap.
Oh,
It's just like it
it's
screams cheap.
it has like a
That's
desperate cheapness to it.
oh, if it was any cheaper, I don't know. I'd have to pay for it.
You don't. How's
I
this?
would
How's
have to
this?
pay for it if it wasn't any cheaper.
I get a message today.
Mm.
I'll hoe as fast as I can.
So what the?
And I was like, take your time with hoeing.
Mm.
If if you go so slow that it never happens, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was just an accidental
Dig,
like
dig,
mistype. It was the
dig,
most perfect
dig
mistype.
the depth that you feel comfortable with if you're going to be
Yeah.
hoeing.
I think it was like meant to be going. I'll be going,
Yeah. But it came out as
and but it
hoeing.
just came out as hoeing.
Yeah.
It was just perfect.
Mm.
I'm 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 hoeing as
And you
fast as
got
I
you
can.
got you got totally Santed over it, didn't you? You're just like ho ho ho.
Uh
You know, you wanted to
y-
bag it.
I
No?
did not.
There was
No,
no
I did
baggy?
not. I did not want to bag it. I was not Santa Claus.
You
No,
weren't
I
Santa.
was. I felt like
You
more
were the
instructionary, like I
yeah.
was like attempting to help the person move past their
Mm.
desires
Mm.
into a sort of a more wholesome place.
Mm-hmm. Where more comfort was achieved.
Mm,
You're
more
doing like this
comfort.
Hawaiian dance at the moment, your character. It's quite,
That's
you know.
good. I mean, I'm.
And I've got the home of the Parmageddon up behind here.
I want you to eat
EMI.
it. You need to. You would need to live stream you eating a Parmageddon.
I'll need a
How
helmet
much is a
cam.
Parmageddon? I mean, I have literally no money.
No, no,
I
no,
like
no, no.
Australia's fuck,
I've
but
got some.
I
I'm
want to
going
I
there.
want
I
to
said
see
I
you. I want to
wanted.
vicariously
I
watch
will
you eat a
document the
Parmageddon.
Parmageddon and
We
have
need to
some sort
document
of
this. It needs to be like a lot.
yeah,
I want to react
like
to you eating a Parmageddon.
I'll probably have a stroke, but it'll be worth it.
That's
I
Look. It's part of it's the
I want
ongoing
it on my
saga of
gravestone. You
all you
know,
can eat. The
he attacked
everything on
the
the menu.
Parmageddon and won. Died happy. Yeah,
No,
that's it.
it's a reality TV show. I shit you not. If we made the reality TV
Mm.
show everything on the menu, it would be
If you've never had
massive.
one, you've got to try the Parmageddon at the Browns Plains Hotel.
Everything on the menu.
Mm.
We're gonna order everything on the
Everything.
menu.
That's it.
Everything.
Me
And
and my
eat it.
friends, we're gonna eat it.
It's our
Just the way it's done.
it would be absurd to do that. Like I
Mm.
mean I'm like everything not on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no good for the show. I
Yeah,
need some
yeah.
kind of like do you know what?
What's that?
I think that we've got a duty as a
Mm.
species to maintain redheads.
Advance. Like, advance to the
Yeah,
future.
like these guys here, like see, like they've got red hair.
Mm.
They're like, oh,
There's all sorts of colours going on here. Like, this is what I love about the, festival spirit. In the moment. Being in the moment, Si.
it just reminds me a bit of like a mixture of the KLF and
Mm.
Mad Max. It's like as if Mad Max was playing, KLF was playing over a Mad Max scene.
Mm.
Actually, it's interesting. Hey, like I think that that would be an ultimate get together. Who's the dude? Who's the dude who does like Mad Max? What's the director's name?
Mel Gibson or
No, 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 no.
no?
The director's name.
Oh.
Mel Gibson's not really. It's the guy,
Mm.
the director who did
Yeah.
all like.
Did the
What's
1,
his
2,
name?
and 3.
Hmm.
Hang on.
Okay.
We have the internets.
Yeah, come on. Bring the internet on.
Internets.
His name.
Bonk. Bonk. Here we go. Director. mean, George Miller.
George Miller.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
Miller Man.
Yeah. Oh, the Miller with the KLF, like doing
Mm,
like a,
mm,
because they would do this like just fully mechanical, like you could see them,
mm.
like just even like engineering like all these like worshipful sets of like burning people and
Well, I've
all these
seen
like
some of the,
warlords.
the overhead power lines for the big 11,000 and 100,000 or whatever they measure it in the line capacity. Some of them like have got that, the whole horns, two little bit up the top, and then the six little arms holding the power as it guides along.
Oh,
I was thinking to myself today, like how much they look like, a pair, like the king and the queen of electricity. Because they're not exactly the same, but sort of are. One sort of, they've still got the three arms, but they've got the not so much the horns, and then the other one's sort of got the three arms and then the horns and the two legs. So the Montaro line holders of the, juicy and tasty poweredness, it's distributed to all the places that will like their energy.
pink hair energy.
Mm, and
It's interesting how like things such as like colored hair
mm,
is such a feature of like post-apocalyptic sort of,
yeah, yeah. Like where are they going to get
you
the
know,
dye from?
brutalist. I know who's
I mean,
making
come
that.
on.
Schwarzkopf?
Where are
Like
they
I don't know
getting
who.
the dye?
Like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, no. Oh, it's a Weller dye. Oh, is it?
Mm,
Buying that down the local shop.
yeah.
Maybe if you had like,
My
maybe you're very fortunate and you've got like a remnant wig. Oh, these were so good.
my first tank.
Oh, I love this.
I
Hey,
know.
it was like I was so
Doesn't
happy.
he look so happy? Just
Oh,
firing
I
off
would
his
just be yeah,
firing
just
up his first couple of shells.
30 miles an hour, real high speed, high caliber ammo.
Yeah, you're not messing around.
I mean, the drives at
Mm.
30 miles per hour,
Two and up. I mean, at the very least, get him started.
two and up,
Mm,
just
just
blast your
banging down it,
friends.
just blowing the enemies away. You know. The other one that I thought was quite funny. There was a good one with wood chipper, but yeah, I thought it was a little bit too
Oh,
overboard.
the wood chipper
The wood chipper was a
was
bit, yeah, my
it
first.
was no, it was
But I
good.
thought,
She's
when it
just
comes
so
to
excited.
invasion,
Oh,
yeah, the
you think you'll
the
be
my
invaded by
first
hang
hang
gliders?
glider,
Is that your
yeah,
fear?
up over 2 miles, only 12.99.
You get fly
Yeah,
over too
yeah.
much.
Don't worry about the ones with the cannons, man. Those boys with their cannons. You can be up there 2 miles high above them. That's if you flew straight up, I guess. If you flew over 2 miles, I'd say you probably get to 600 feet, maybe 1,000, without having to require some
Oh, I
sort of
see.
um ventilation, requirement or oxygen requirement.
I like how they're
Mm.
clearly like navigating with it, like they're holding their hands on their, which is steering
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
and they're just
and
like
it's yeah,
hilariously gassed out
of course.
as they're like they're
Well,
losing
it's high,
oxygen.
yeah, high
It's kind of
altitude, man.
weird. Yeah.
Getting up there. Yeah. seeing all the lights. It's, you know, just dive in there, dive into that spectrum.
No, yeah, that's
It's not easy. It is not
it,
easy, that's for sure.
it was
To get
very
there.
clear. I
But
felt.
this is the other one. My other like personal favorite. Like it had that sharky motif going on. Yeah. Shoot a
Yeah, I
real
liked that
whale
it was
from
a shark.
50
Yeah, it felt very
yards, mate.
natural.
If you had to feed a
It
big
felt
family,
very natural.
if you had to
Like,
feed a
I
big
was like,
family,
whale harpoon. I
you'd
was
be
like, oh,
wanting
it's a
to
whale
launch a
shark.
whale
Like,
harpoon,
it's a
rather.
yeah, it's
Laser
a shark.
underwater doesn't work. How would a laser work underwater if you were if you're harvesting your own whale?
No,
It wouldn't make
under
sense.
lasers on sharks is not no. That
Hmm.
doesn't make sense, really, does it?
They were popping their heads above water, then the lasers would be effective. But
Yeah,
having
we need
lasers,
flying
yeah,
sharks.
hmm. They'd
Yeah,
have to be winged laser,
winged sharks.
winged laser. That's it. Which lasers on their freaking heads.
Winged
Hmm.
lasers on their friggin' heads,
Yeah,
sharks.
yeah, yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? It wouldn't work underwater, so therefore it has to be a
No,
harpoon.
the harpoon. Yeah,
It's the
it
only other
just
choice.
it
It's more.
felt sensible.
Hmm.
I thought I'd been waiting this, for my whole life.
The selection was
I'm
you know,
not firing
and
arrows either.
the price, man. That's what just every time it gets me every time. It's so cheap. Like it's cheaper than what we talk about.
Yeah, true, true, true.
As far as
It's
value
not even
goes.
25.99. It's like
Not
no,
just 14.99.
it's a stocking filler.
Hmm. Kid'd be wanting to go to beach tomorrow
Yeah,
to
stress.
hunt its own whale, and bring back something for the
Go whale
family.
hunting.
Just let it straight, chew it up. Just whack him in there. You gotta learn.
Just-
You gotta learn early.
it's a there's like
It's a
people from
bonus
Kmart
package. Come on,
buying a heap of them. It's like
We're trying to teach you something.
2-year-olds.
It is. That's
2-year-olds
it. They
just go around
know.
and
They are the ones that know.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
they really are.
But but who do they ultimately harpoon? This is the question. I fear what kind of whale do they catch?
Well, it's
It's
entirely up to what they're hunting, and
well,
what's in season, what's not in
what does a
season.
2-year-old want?
Well, I'd be asking questions.
Twinkies?
Perhaps, maybe that's all they are looking for. Oh, I've moved my I was cleaning out the memory on my phone because it was starting to lag a little bit, so it just needed that internal memory purge of all the downloads I've done lately. But I will be transferring it to computer shortly. I think it's more efficient just to pull the chip out and plug in a USB-C reader and download directly than plugging it in and trying to copy it across. Does that stupid, companion phone thing. It's so annoying. I don't want to install the app. Just want to copy the files from, the memory or the, chip onto the hard drive. It just takes forever through I don't know whether it's a USB-C or just the way that it sets up.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Well, what's the slowest piece of the chain? You'd be surprised how many times it's the cable.
yeah. And more
You've got
than
to be
likely that's
very
it because the
yeah.
cable I'm
It could be
charging
even
it
almost
with
a
is
power cable. It's a
designed
charge
for
cable.
the
It's got barely got any
headphones
data
I've
on it at
got,
all.
so
Hmm.
not really designed to charge a phone with.
No.
Yeah. And pretty, one of those flexible cables, so more than likely fairly crappy standard. But yeah. That and the what was the other one? Just trying to think.
I found the
Did you like the frog on
sad
playing the little
Pokemon,
organ?
like the Pokemon who were like, had been abandoned and stuff like that.
Oh, yep, yep.
That was bleak, eh?
Mm, mm. Got you right in the childhood.
Mm, well, interesting way of
Mm.
saying it. I mean, I was just aware how, I don't know.
I think it's trying its best
Ah,
to get the shock value out of us. That's what I think it is. Like it's
I look at that and I just want to know what it smells like.
what the tuna breath, whale breath.
The scene. Yeah, I guess the scene
Mm.
smells
Would
like.
she be excited? Like joining the
Yeah,
whale
sure. Like
family. Maybe she's one of
if you
those that,
were, no,
is happy,
like maybe you're
to get that
joyriding.
last
So
photo,
you're inside her.
the memorable photo,
Yeah,
be
you're
one with
inside
the
her.
shark.
Yeah, that's like an altered carbon, situation.
Mm.
So that to capture it, you've like just surrendered your life.
Understood the, complexity
Uh,
of it having a significant family, having to survive,
yeah. And you've got like no brain
trying to
stem like
support.
thing. And so you're like really, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched Sean Head's thing about Twitch thoughts. It
Yep.
was very good.
Mm.
As is all,
Of course.
or maybe not all. Maybe not all. I don't know what all's a bit much.
But the
It's a bit sort of
repertoire. Yeah.
worshipful. But the
Yeah.
repertoire seems
Yeah. Yeah.
fine to me of Sean Head. And I don't know. Like the one thing was when she was like, "Oh, everyone thinks they make all this money, but the
Mm.
average Twitch thought only makes this much money,
Yeah.
which was not very much money."
Well, it's having that
Or
across
OnlyFans.
several accounts, and if you got
Yeah,
personality
if
and you
you've got
can
like,
keep
here's the
your
pissing account, and
followers,
here's the yeah.
super chatting you and whatever, flicking you a few bucks,
Please, please,
you know,
I'm your special
hitting you
one. Oh yes, you're my
hitting your
special one.
PayPal
Let's have a
account,
DM.
ultimate simping.
DM.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Simp's got a simp, man. It's just the way it works.
that is if there
You
are
know,
not there are
either
not
you're
just
simping or you're pimping, and it ain't
yeah, you're either
easy, you know.
pimping ain't easy.
It's not.
That's-
It's quite difficult. Keeping them hoes in line.
God, that was an exceptional movie. It actually should be part of sex education.
Yeah, yeah. They should put it up there. Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
American
got all
Pimp.
this other stuff in there. But yeah, get the real story.
Yeah, American. Yeah, what was it? It was called American Pimp, wasn't it?
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah.
was that the film
And
name?
it
I think
did
it
it
was.
did this throw through all these different pimps in the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
it
Yeah,
followed all these
but
pimps in the stores,
one in particular,
and
because
that,
he was the like the he believed he was the top pimp. Yeah,
and he
yeah,
went to LA. I remember like going to
yeah.
LA, and then the
Well,
other
the
pimp
pimp
was just
convention.
and then
Yeah,
he
he
realized that
was
the
pimping
pimp
it
like
up.
stole all these pimps,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he'd like fail. He
Yeah,
thought it
yeah,
was
they
too
ended
easy.
up pinching all his fucking hoes,
Misunderstood,
man.
and so he had to take his number
He,
one. He had to send
yeah, he
his
had
number
to
one hoe
grab his number one and just run.
and send her in to
Yeah,
totally like just,
get them hoes
and she
going.
just owned the place.
Yeah,
She just
willing to
like
throw down hard.
she threw down his number one
Yeah,
hoe,
yeah, that's
and she
it.
was just there like on that was it's a very good film. It's very it's just a
It's
very
art
informative.
house and it's just real in your face, like you think about it. I did love the elemental stuff. Did I say?
If you had the chance to go see a
Mm,
Banksy, would you?
what a piece of artwork.
Uh, Yeah,
Thanks,
there's
yeah.
like a Banksy. Well, yeah, there's a Banksy exhibition in Sydney,
Mm,
and I thought about seeing it, but then I also thought, well, anything that's there has been either cut off the wall
Yeah.
or otherwise, like, it's not like Banksy went there and just sprayed up a bunch of shit
Mm.
at town hall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, maybe is that what happened? I don't think so. Is it like a commentary?
Does do we know who it is? Was that still,
Is it exit through the gift shop? And I don't think it's an
yeah,
exit through the gift shop.
not quite sure.
Maybe it is.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well,
I mean, it's a lot of talent, and
do you think Banksy is a person
it's
or or
raw,
a
and
collective?
it's in the moment. It like captures the moment.
Hmm. A moment of childlike wonder.
Mm.
What would a childlike wonder see in this moment?
So I'd see the gift of life because they are closest to its beginning,
Hmm.
being in the moment, having the loving parental units that
Hmm.
distribute the wealth and taketh the lessons.
Oh, were you able to put in the uh I don't know what you call it, the entry for a ticket?
Um, it was in where was it? It was tied to me, and it was like they would create plane flights, and
Ah,
yeah, I was just like,
so it's tied to like you would have
I'd
it's
have
like
to go, like yeah,
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 yeah.
and then I could take someone else with me or whatever. Yeah, tediousness.
Wow.
It sort of made me feel like you know,
Hmm. I understand.
yeah, like that, like you'd bang down a 1,000 milligram edible, and it's like,
You would.
why are you farting smoke from your dick hole?
What is 1,000? Like 1 gram,
It would be
1,000
so
milligrams.
thick and so gooey. It'd be like goo. It'd be like
What the
uh
hell?
you know Nulax plus. Like if you ever had
You just
Nulax,
ate this
it'd
thing.
be
It's
like
like got a
Nulaxy kind
candy.
of hashy goodness.
And that's the thing. Like, would it be basically?
How much
It'd have to
sugar
be
would it
hash.
require to disguise the flavor? And like it'd be
What? A
so
baking.
intense. It would have a sting, wouldn't it? Like to chew it and chew it
I think.
down.
Oh, I think I'd
There'd
have
be
to have a
stinging
stick.
going on, wouldn't there? It
Hmm.
would be stinging.
Is that really? Is that at that point? I mean, isn't it edible? What are you
Depends on what your
extracting for like a
tolerance level is, I
milligram? Well,
guess.
yeah. If you've got a
If you
milligrams
if
worth,
you got up to that level, like if you staged it to get up to that level where you'd need that quantity, then you know
for normal
when
functionality.
would it just to pull yourself down to that level where you can just do your job and you know act like a normal human being. That's some intense shit going right on, happening right there, Si. That's all I can say.
Hmm.
If you required 1,000 milligrams to make you feel human, then why are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the why are you denying your higher vibrations. Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh, is that right?
oh,
Is
I was
that
just
right?
thinking that through. Well, I mean,
What?
it's what's marketable.
Mm,
I think the rightness of things is, with finite, a human, each unit has a finite engagement.
mm.
So,
Like the
owning,
limit of the conversationals. Like we can press it. We can do, an hour easy, 2 hours, 3, and we're sort of pushing the limit of the exchange. There needs to be a recharge of
mm,
the knowledges and the passing ons. If there's anything longer than that, then what are you doing? Are you doing sleep programming? Because your voice is getting to that level where, people listening and they're just like nodding off.
mm.
Be
It's like so many layers of like
to bear sitting on.
property ownership, really, there.
And that's why you got to be lulling the voice in the right way to get. Mm-hmm. 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 How about that, Si?
Mm.
Just want to sleep right. Eyes
Hmm?
closing. Heavy as lead. Feathers of lead.
Feathers of lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Eject
You were
eject
saying
that heart
something and just
eject that
drifting
heart
off, and
into
I
a
was
new
just like, what
dimension.
the?
Mm.
I started like visualizing these scenes, and next thing I was off in some kind of dream space, or just
Just
visualizing
yeah.
reality or weaving in front into
Ah,
my ears.
the
I'm not even
lullaby.
sure. Yeah,
The dreaming lullaby.
programmed. Believe, believe that what an edible is 1,000 milligrams. You should
Mm.
eat 1,000 milligrams of marijuana. Yes, that's what you should do. Oh, what if I can't? Then you must consume. You
Then
must
only have
consume.
half. Have
Yeah, look at these
500.
other ones. The thing is, he thinks he's
Mm.
tripping. But look at all
Mm.
these things coming to get him.
Mm.
Look over here. They're coming out.
Oh, that's it. Out of the
Oh,
woodwork.
and so I was like, oh, fucking jumping me. Like, this thing's doing a
Ah,
full backflip to get behind him.
that's it. Splashing in a pool.
Yeah, that's a
He's
distractor.
like just banging out. Look at him. I mean, could you get any
He's
higher than
those other
and
ones.
any
They come and they're
happier
gonna
than this
eat
guy?
him or something.
I don't know. I think they're just going to draw, some sort of markings all over his face with
Yeah, they're gonna
indelible
mark him.
indelible pens.
And
It's going to take weeks to actually erase
nothing like
turpentine
a good indelible
turpentine
pen.
baths. Yeah, it's a
Indel.
reminder. It's
Okay,
not quite a
how
tattoo
would you?
because it doesn't last as long as a tattoo, but it's more a you know don't fall asleep kind of experience.
Hmm, how would you clean chewing gum
Mm.
off like a rashi, like a t-shirt, like a wetsuit t-shirt sort of thing? You know
Freezing
that thing?
and try and break it up that way. So
Oh yeah, right.
crumble it when it's cold and frozen.
Don't think it works.
Tried,
Yeah,
failed.
tried vinegar.
Mm.
Nothing. Doesn't do anything.
Happiness factor reduced. Cheap bird was good. scale properly. There we go. That's cheap.
Oh
Look at
wow.
his little hat. Look at his little hat and
No,
his
it's
binoculars,
it's
mate.
it's like
You know, he's just got it
it's
going on.
actually
There
cute.
we go.
Oh, look at
I'm
his
gonna
little
move
bung
out of the way
leg,
so the artist gets some
bung leg,
special
and he's got his little hat
rec.
on.
Get the artist rec going on.
Yeah, and he's on the lookout, you know,
But
little
that was
bells.
cheap. When I was looking around and I was thinking to myself, keep an eye out in the AI spectrum for the, the Bing just deluge of incredible. And this is it. This is what it can do. When you create that string of words, you can manifest art like this.
Do you think that's AI?
I'm not sure because of the signature. Like it could be a photo
I mean, it
of
looks very
someone,
normal.
and if it is, like if they've done that and just drawn it and they're, magnificent. That's all I can
Well,
say. Magnificent.
yeah, I mean, there are people who can draw
I'm proud to have it here as a cheap background, you know,
because the
and
inevitable will happen and it'll become a licensed image as part of some
just in
asset store.
case, it does become some sort of was it what the image, when they monetize images, the you buy the monkeys tokens, non
Tokenistic.
fundable token. That's it.
Oh, NFT. Right.
NFTs. Yeah. Just in case it
Deep
becomes an
thing.
NFT, I'll have to artificially render the background out if that happens. But
Hmm.
I'm glad it's here in the cheap for the where are we up to? EP6 on season 3.
Nice.
It's going
Very
well.
start.
We've done real well, Si.
Hmm. Oh,
Episode 6.
hello, Muller. Hello.
Oh, special friend
Oh, no,
Tony.
don't eat that. Come. Come hither. Oh, Muppet. Mop it.
Will be more
Mop it the
bits.
puppet.
Come and give
Move
us special
Muppetry. Move
Si attentions.
Muppetry.
I thought Bird Friend was very special. Definitely had that
Bird friend is always getting a pat. Always getting a pat.
mm,
The bird. I don't think the bird has to be AI. Like it doesn't seem. It
mm,
just seems like you're sort of average human
yeah,
rendition of a sparrow.
yeah.
You know. Yeah, I don't know. Like with a bit of anthropomorphization
It's
that's very
no
classic.
you know Steven Seagal, is it?
Now that
It is no Steven Seagal. That's what we've got to say. Like when it
well,
comes to being cheap and AI, you can't get
I
closer than that.
I think this is it's one of these situations where I was guessing what was AI,
Oh,
then I just got it wrong. Like, and
yeah.
this is actually the thing, which is um not AI
Mm,
because it was so obvious. Steven Seagal, ha ha ha,
yeah.
Seagal.
Seagulls.
Yeah, it's been around a long time.
Yeah.
And the other one was the AI
Yeah.
because this is just putting like a beard on a seagull model. Is that
Mm.
even like an AI would not, you know,
Sort
like,
of cheating,
it,
isn't it? Maybe it's
well,
while he was working out
Well, an AI wouldn't do it. It'd just be
maybe it
like,
was
that's
while he
so
was working out
lame.
the whole
Kill
algorithm
yourself.
of how to get what you want, putting the right sequence of words together to create the
Oh,
um
to find the perfect
yeah, yeah, and
mullet.
it's a hunt. It's a bit of a hunt. Like if you totally specific, like even you and I work this out, sort of this out to a little bit. If you're specific, you'll find what you're looking for quick enough. If you know the file name and whatever,
Ah, right.
then you'll find it almost instantly. Yeah.
Hmm.
But if you don't, you're just a frog playing, electric organ on a lily pad.
Hmm. That's interesting. Why the lily pad? Just because it's like fragile.
Mm, maybe just his career's just started. He's not ready for the stadium. But the lily pad seems more, And would he be playing sort of like a tune of nature? Sampled his voice, his froggy voice, and he's just pumping out this absolute symphony to get the lady frog over to his lily pad.
Hmm. Great success.
Hmm. I was going to have another cider, but I've thought, no, you know what? Glass of water. Because it is, I do have to
Oh yes, same. Yeah.
do the thing, the usual, you know, scripted thing
Oh, the
that we
frog.
do.
That little frog just
Yeah.
like playing a synthesizer.
Mm, mm. That's what,
And
sort of was chatting about. Froggy friend doing his best. Always there.
always.
Mm.
Hmm. I'm looking around, just wondering at the moment.
Getting into
A
that
little bit
special
sort of wobbly of eye.
pre-dreamy state. Uh, where Orion's voice just creates this soothing effect. The frog is playing its tune. Orion is rambling on in the background, getting into that Pavlov's cat, Schrodinger's dog sort of, crossover between what is real and what is not real as we draw closer to the dream state. The mind open like the lotus,
Hmm.
trying to soak it in. The experience has been magnificent. Like regardless of the whatever tortures in life and hard times, whatever, just being there and doing the thing. Sometimes you just take it for
Hmm.
granted so much. Like those photos of the little butterflies coming out of the chrysalids, man. Like it, yeah. I get so drawn up in that lately where I'm just like looking at it and going, I watched this as a kid, but still to this day it fascinates me. Like the whole process and transformation going between the caterpillar stage to the butterfly stage, is and the different colored chrysalids and the way that the butterfly then comes back around and then the moth comes around and then lays its eggs and does the same process and pattern all over again. Very, soothing. That
Hmm.
a lot of things might change, but those things don't. Like they're always do their thing. They might, over time they may, drastically change but it's really only when they're threatened. Like if you don't threaten it, it'll just do its thing. It won't bother with you because it's busy doing its thing. But as soon as you get in between it and the thing it wants to do, well then there's the that's when you're going to have the problem. So, you know, if you read nature well, you can get out of its way when it's doing its thing and it needs that space. And then once it's finished doing its thing, it goes back to where it normally hangs out, you know, in general. Much like people, you know. Ooh, I'm gonna crack this other bacon flavors. I need some extra snackages. Have the bacon crisp things. I'm getting probably not real bacon, but it tastes good. Good for snacks. I should have like a huge packet of them. Nobby's ultimate, you know, 1 pound of bacon flavored bites. So it's just gone into special mode. Almost time to bring up the Chaos Cows. What do you think of them, Si, the Chaos Cows?
Hmm.
Well, that was cool. Mandela cow. Layer of cow fungus. The ultimate plant. Cow wanted to be released. Mm. Nobby's bacon bits. Oh, bacony good. Pigs eating bacon. May not. Oh, Universal Space Unicorn. That was pretty good. So, what happens when you get older? Every now and again, you got to have that little micro nap. But just don't do it while you're driving. That's the best. Like it's bad for your sleep. So, tired? Pull up. Get out for a bit. Walk around. Just deep breaths and get that fresh air into you. Get back on. Oh, Robbie's goodness. hitting the cheese and onions now. Oh, pre-bed snacks. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Cyber's back.
mm. I'm just totally tripping on like that was wild, man.
Mm.
I hasn't done this full like sort of peaceful visual and
Waves of light. That's the thing.
yeah, just analyzing the data
Mm.
sets. Mm. Oh, it's a bit I know, it's a bit I don't know. Oh, that's just that. Mm.
I'm very happy about the
Mm. Anything?
memeings from Bing. It's like incredible minds out there, and then there's others where, like I said, you're gonna cross the boundary between good taste and bad taste. That's your thing. But if it hurts someone else when you
Mm.
repost or use it, then
Waste.
mm, mm, makes no sense. So I'm scarfing down some cheese and onion Smith crisps. I needed additional fiber and oilage for crashing out. Yeah, happy I got the
Mm.
Crunchyroll voting done.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's an interesting method
I
of the
got to watch
voting.
a bit more. There's so much there.
Oh, also, there are actually really interesting things, but a lot of them don't get in.
Mm.
Of the really interesting stuff because it goes through like a filter layer of like, the experts choose.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just like, which
Infinite
studios
wisdom and
paid the
all.
most money or
Mm.
whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the unicorn of infinite wisdom.
Mm.
I like how it's glowing.
Yeah.
Its eyeballs,
Ah.
like the magical. It's like this unicorn will like step on you,
Mm.
and you feel damn good about it. That's the main danger of this. It's not actually harmful. It's just people are so in awe of it that
Mm.
when they look at it, that they just
Become
start,
stunned. Just
yeah,
stunned.
just steps on it starts
Mm.
stepping on them because they're not
Mm.
moving. It just thinks that the giant sort
Some
of,
sort of cosmic disco going on.
yeah, robot unicorn.
Mm.
That's the
All well
one.
and good just standing there in awe, but someone's going to step on you.
Mm.
There's a crazy battle going on right there, though, isn't there?
Mm.
Space battle out the back. It's got some sort of eagle stalky thing going on.
Wow.
Whole landscape's
Blowing
just
their
on
own
fire,
stuff.
you know. Some dude getting flying off underneath, which obviously got kicked directly underneath the chest of the
But
beasties, are like flying up in the air.
is he like disappointed?
Maybe he's doing some sort of advanced combat maneuver where he's trying to avoid the flames. You know, some sort of super jump, breath flip going on. Trying to pole vault over the impending flames. An already previously scorched area of the battlefield.
That's pretty bold.
Hmm. He's using the backup card.
Hmm.
This one was a good one. Did sort of feel at home.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that might be why.
I gotta say that girl just behind me, like, you know, not the one directly behind me, but the one just off
Hmm.
to the right. She looks very much like Taylor Swift. Like on that plane in 1952. So she's not looking too bad for her age.
Hmm. Very good.
Hmm. Like I don't know who is doing her styling for her, but congratulations.
Hmm.
He does look happy, that little fella, doesn't he? There in his little high chair. In between mum and dad. Dad's thinking to himself, I don't know how I can, you know, I'm going to be able to afford this. And mum's like, I don't care. It's love. And, you know, I love this little monkey. I want to be his mother and I want to take care of
Hmm.
him.
Everyone gets the little microphone going.
That's
Gamer.
him.
Gamer over ears.
Mm-hmm.
You can say the least.
The guy behind, he's like, he's got the bucket. Like he can smell what the monkey's done in his diaper already. And they're both sort of thinking to themselves, if we just ignore it, the other one's going to, you know, get the stink's going to get too bad and then they'll change it because it's just easier if someone else does it. And the monkey is just thinking to itself, hey, I'm a monkey. Someone change this fucking nappy for me. Well, I can't do it. I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
Hmm.
And the guy directly behind me, he's just like looking
Mm.
at the whole thing going, man, I'm calling fucking animal protection as soon as we land. Because we don't have space phones here. Oh, sorry, air phones. Unless it's an emergency.
Mm. Yeah, that's 200 out of 5.
Hmm. Well, we've done 3 hours. That's not bad.
Mm. That's satisfactory.
Hmm. The Sai needs to rest and recover. It's a good thing. I'm going to continue smashing down some more. But I think
Some
that's
more
I think
chips.
I think that's the end of the stream.
I think it is.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
cut
so
it.
vague now.
And, um,
Yeah, I've lost. I actually can say occasional words. Didn't make it look like I was actually able to do so.
kind of risky.
So it's